each time. But we have Rockville in Daytona, Florida in May. We have a rescheduled show in Des Moines, Iowa. And we have, God damn it, what's the other one? Sonic Temple in Columbus, Ohio. Great festivals, massive lineup like it is every year. We've worked with this promoter, Danny Wimmer, for many years. This guy just is a big reason for some of these massive festivals, these big lineups that are popping up all over the country. So it's always great being a part of his festivals because it's the best of the best out there. So
check out those dates. You could go on our website, Disturbed1, the number 1, Disturbed1.com, and look at those tour dates because I don't know them off the top of my head. And you won't have many opportunities to see us this year. This is it, So for those of you living in the U.S., well, I guess you could live anywhere if you wanted to fly out and see it. But all we have is
4 festivals left this year in the U.S. and 1 rescheduled show in Iowa. Other than that, there's nothing else planned, nothing in the books. We're going to have to regroup and figure out what our game plan is for 2025, which would be coming up on our anniversary, the 25th anniversary of the sickness. So we'll have to figure out if we want to do anything and what we're going to do for that year and what we want to do for the rest of this year. Probably won't be touring, but we'll have to discuss if we're just going to take some time off or if we're going to write, if we're going to record. We'll have to have those discussions soon. So I'm going to pull over real quick, look at some of if anybody has any questions or see who's on here. That way I'm being safe. Actually, I got in a car accident yesterday. Not me driving, my friend driving. And we got hit on the side. Little old lady, probably 85 years old, probably shouldn't be driving. She didn't see us at all. We were driving down Main Street and she pulled into traffic off a side street out of a subdivision and right out in front of us, and we probably could have gotten ugly. If my friend didn't swerve, we would have hit her driver's side. We would have did a lot of damage because my friend had a big Suburban and hitting her little mid-size SUV. And luckily my friend swerved and her front end clipped us in the quarter panel on my side. So we got a little knocked around, but nobody got hurt. The more important thing, I felt bad for her because she seemed pretty dazed and out of it. And I think not injured, but just scared. So what you're going to do, everybody survived it. The cars can be fixed, not the end of the world. Her car definitely had more damage from hitting us, but luckily we're all good. Okay. Hello from Kentucky. What's up, Kentucky? That's where my daughter is right now at school. And she's coming home tomorrow. They started their spring break on Friday. She would have been home by now, but she's staying to watch. Drake is in Lexington, Kentucky tonight, and she's walking distance to the arena. So being the good dad I am, helped her out getting some tickets to see the Drake concert. But I'm hoping she can get here tomorrow before I leave for the airport to try to see her before I have to leave for New Zealand. So, hey from Lockport. Hey, what's up, Lockport? I'm actually in Lockport right now. So, coming to visit my dad, and we're in the same area, my friend. What's up, Susan? Tasmania, what's up? We haven't been to Tasmania, but I don't know if you are able to
jump on a flight and come check out one of our shows. We're not too far from you in Australia. We'll be there soon. We'll be doing Sydney, Adelaide, Melbourne, Brisbane, Perth, I think. I can't remember if we're doing Perth this time or not. I lose track sometimes, so I apologize. yeah, you want the Lou Malnati's. I know you mentioned that to me the other day, right? What do you like on your Lou Malnati's? That's the pizza, for those of you that don't know, in Chicago.
So my friend on here was talking the other day about how she likes Lou Malnati's. So what do you like on your pizza? If you like Chicago pizza, I'm kind of a New York pizza guy myself, probably because I don't get it as often. If I'm when I'm home in Chicago, I'm usually doing steaks. I'm not really going downtown to do pizza that often. But let me scroll down. I'm falling behind on here. What's up, Wendy? Wendy from the neighborhood. Nick and Vito's. What's Nick and Vito's? Am I missing out on that one? Wendy, I think you work in Lamont, right? If I recall correctly. Justin.
Donegan, yo, that's my son on here. His response to his dad, yo. What's up, buddy? I know you're probably, I appreciate you, Justin, taking time off your video game to see what I'm up to on Instagram Live. So, it's odd to get you off your game. But, Justin, I will be coming over in a little bit. I'm just going over to visit Papa right now. Check up on him. Make sure he's good before I leave town. Say goodbye to him. And then I'll shoot over by you and your mom's. And see what's going on. I know it'll be probably impossible to get you to leave the house and go grab something to eat or whatever, but I'll come there. My son is a little badass boxer now. I know everybody likes to brag about their kids, but my son's been in just about every sport growing up. Luckily we only did 1 year of baseball, because baseball is a pretty grueling schedule for those of you that might be baseball parents and travel team stuff. That seems a little too crazy nowadays. So I'm not complaining that he only did 1 year of that, but we did many years of football. We did basketball. He played a couple years of basketball in high school. My daughter played a couple years in grade school and a couple years in high school as well. But my son's kicking ass at boxing right now. You can check out, I have some videos posted of him. He's just
freaking fast and got some rhythm and timing and just tearing it up. So I'm very proud of him. Working hard. Gets him off those video games and gets him working on that cardio. But, let's see. Okay, a couple more questions, and then I got to roll. Go see my dad. He doesn't know I'm coming right now, so I'm sitting in front of his house. So I'm sure he'll be pretty happy when I walk through the door.
So, what else did you guys, did you see us last summer? The amphitheater run? Or we played Europe in June. We played Canada in May. We played throughout Europe in June, and we did the U.S. amphitheater run in the States and from July, August, and into September. And now we just finished up that Take Back Your Life Part 2 with Falling in Reverse and Plush, which was an amazing tour. Great bands, great time, great turnout. A lot of great B-market cities that we haven't been to in a while. Greenville, South Carolina, Huntington, West Virginia, Green Bay, Wisconsin, Grand Rapids, Michigan. A couple A markets like Nashville, Las Vegas. Arizona was a rescheduled show, which was amazing. We had over 18 to 19,000 people sold out show in Arizona, which was amazing. And much better weather than we tried to do last summer. I don't know why you ever try to book a show in July in Arizona when it was 118 degrees out, but lesson learned. We came back and had a great one a week and a half ago. So, okay. Scrolling. Seeing some friends on here, some familiar names. All right. Another last shout out to our crew, the guys behind the scenes, the men and women that work for us that help. The first one's in, last one's out,
day after day, help us put on the show. We had crazy production, and insane response,
and this insane turnout. But I got to thank our crew, all of them who worked their asses off to help put together the show. And early on, every start of every tour, just try to work out the kinks and get in our routine. And got to thank them for helping us deliver that show night after night. So, okay, let's see if my son is still on here. Justin, are you still on here? Probably not. He's probably back playing his game.
But, all right, I'm going to run in, go say hi to my dad, hang with him for a little bit. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Hopefully the weather... Here we go. Going live. Sydney, Australia. Give you a look around here. In the background here is the Sydney Opera House. Boom. And
Sydney Harbor Bridge, which you can, hey, what's up, Tana Banana? Just saying hi to some friends on here. Courtney, Tracy.
so the Sydney Harbor Bridge, if you could, I don't know, you probably can't tell from here, but way up on top, there's people. You can climb up that bridge. I don't know how good you could tell, but
right up there, there's people, and at the very top by the flags,
I can see people up there already. So they do a little touristy climb the bridge thing. I haven't done that yet because I'm not sure how long it takes. I don't want to eat them in hours of the day, but maybe another time.
Let's roll through here. So we have
Show day today on Knotfest. Us, Pantera, Hailstorm, Lamb of God, Skindred, Asking Alexandria.
Number of others. Wage War. So, awesome lineup.
We played it the other day in Melbourne. So now we have it tonight in Sydney, and then tomorrow in Brisbane, and then back home for us. So, bulk of the touring will be done for the year. We won't have much more. Maybe 6 or 7 shows in the U.S. is all we'll do this rest of the year. So make sure to come out and see us if you haven't already.
If you're living in the States, we'll be in Rockville and Daytona in May.
We will be at Sonic Temple in Columbus, Ohio in May. We have the rescheduled show in Des Moines, Iowa in May. We have Aftershock, I believe in September, maybe in Sacramento. We have Louder Than Life in Kentucky, in Louisville, Kentucky.
Another massive lineup. That's either end of August or early September. And maybe one other show in there.
And that's really all we have planned for the rest of the year. So 6 or 7 shows. That's all you're gonna
no kidnapping, dumbass.
get from us this year. We will be approaching the 25th anniversary of The Sickness next year in 2025.
So we have to figure out if we plan to do anything for that. So anyways, I thought I'd give you a good background today. For those of you just getting on now, that is the Sydney Harbor Bridge and the Opera House. So I tried FaceTiming my son, lost connection on here. I will try him now that I got connection that's working with you guys. So hope you guys are doing well and enjoying your day. What's up, Stephanie, Tracy? A lot of friends on here that I'm appreciate you jumping on. I'm not sure what time it is back home now. I think it's probably
Evening, I believe, on Friday. Is it Friday there by you? Yeah, it's Friday there. It's Saturday here. So, here we go. Pretty awesome. A lot of great buildings, great architecture. I've been walking around for quite some time now today just to get out of the hotel room, which I normally do.
Especially in mornings of a show day. It's a good way to kind of get out and clear the mind. It's my form of yoga, is to just walk for miles. And a lot of times by myself, sometimes with one of the guys if they want to come grab lunch or something. But I got up pretty early today, bored sitting in the room. So
there you go. Sydney Bridge. Take a walk around the
corner, see what we got here. A lot of people out today. It's beautiful out. I didn't check the temperature, but I would guess it's got to be probably 80, maybe low 80s or something. But looking forward to tonight. We were out last night. Me and Mike were out with Danny, the singer from Asking Alexandra. Went out to dinner
with him. And met us a little later for a drink. We started throwing down some
tequila, which Danny's a big tequila guy, has his own tequila that I learned. So we were drinking quite a bit of it last night. And here we go, lots of boats on the water. Here's the Botanic Garden of Sydney, the Royal Botanic Garden, Sydney. So far, I think it's too early or too hot, but around this area too, I've seen flying fox, which is quite frightening. I remember one year looking up in the sky and being like, what the fuck is that? And it's like a goddamn pterodactyl. They're huge bat wings on like a fox body. They look something like out of the gates of hell. But they don't mess with people. I think they probably live in that botanic garden and eat vegetation and insects. But last time I was down here, right by the harbor, Sydney Harbor, they were hovering high above, overhead, eating up mosquitoes, whatever bugs are up there. But if you don't know or never heard of a flying fox, Google it and look at it, and they're pretty nasty looking. So very rabid looking. Like I said, the fox of a body with huge bat wings, and they can get rather big. So not something you want to see flying over your head, especially when you didn't know anything about it in the first place, and then you look up and see that. So here we go, one more. So that's it. We're
pretty blessed to live this life. Okay, there we go.
And we're back. What's up, Melissa? Okay, Stacy saying flying foxes are cute. Yeah, they're cute. And I guess they're some may view them as cute, but I'd rather them stay away.
There we go. Any more questions from you guys? So we did post a new video earlier today on the Disturbed Instagram. I think maybe on Facebook too. We were playing one of our deeper tracks, Perfect Insanity.
Did it a few days ago. Haven't played it in a while. I think we did it once over the summer, but thought we'd pull out a deeper track, which Nick Blankenship, good friend of ours from Ohio, great singer, great musician buddy, check him out. But yeah, we played Perfect Insanity at sound check. So there's a clip of us doing it at sound check, and then it switches over to us performing it that evening during the concert. So, okay, I'm gonna have to get off here and go FaceTime my kids, show them. See.
Moments with you guys too, because you guys are family to us.
Love you guys, appreciate you, respect you, can't thank you enough. So we try to share these moments with you too. Not to rub it in that we're in Australia and on this beautiful day, but just to kind of make you feel part of it at least. So, one more look. All right, appreciate you guys. Have a great day. I'll try to grocery store stuff. So pop in there and surprise her, and then that's it. So I'm gonna power through the day with my family visits and my son's boxing, and hope I can make it till 10 o'clock tonight. So I think it's probably, I don't even know what time it's in Australia right now. Probably, it was 15-hour time difference, so somebody could do the math for me because I'm driving. It's 12:25 here in Chicago, so minus 15 hours from that. So what would that be? 9?
Or wait, add 15 hours to that, because they're ahead of us. So that would be what? Do the math. Come on, I need somebody quick.
Or you could Googles it. Do the Googles. Tell me what time it is in Brisbane, Australia right now. Because that is, okay, 3 a.m. Somebody's telling me 3 a.m. So that's what my body feels like right now that I'm used to for the past couple weeks. I feel like it's 3, okay, somebody's saying 3:25, 3:26 a.m. right now in Australia. So that's
what my body is telling me it is right now. And it's only 12:26 in Chicago. So, as you can imagine, it's going to be tough to fight through the day. But that's what I'm going to do. So I might bore you a lot throughout the day of coming on here, because I feel like I'm talking to you guys, and that could help me stay awake a little bit. And my mom is here because her garage is open. So,
time to go and surprise her. She must have gone to the store or something. So hope you guys have a great day. I'll hit you up later. Maybe I'll show you some tacos when me and my dad are out eating. It's quite tricky. So I might bore you with jumping on here a little bit more than normal, just so I feel like I have someone to talk to without going crazy. But all good. What's up, Alex?
our LD lighting director on here. One of the guys responsible for the whole
Overall look of our show this past year. Alex kills it. The man out on the road steering the ship with all the looks we have with the show, with the pyro and the lighting and the video. He's the best of the best. And David Nestor on here, our drum tech, badass drum tech, badass drummer, badass brother. Hope you guys all made it back safely home. I know some of you we all had long flights, but Alex, I know yours was brutal, all the way up in north of Toronto and hours north, and the car ride after the long flights. But hope you guys made it home safely and got some rest. Fight through this and get acclimated to the normal time zones now. So I think it's, I believe, probably 6 a.m. in Brisbane, Australia, where we just left. So that's what our bodies are telling us, that it's 6 a.m. On Wednesday, when in all reality it's 3 p.m. in Chicagoland area on Tuesday. So as you can imagine, we're pretty fucked up internally. Yes, Dave Nestor, I did make it home safely. Thanks, brother. Thanks for everything you do. Killed it as usual. We got the best of the best out there on the road with us. Our crew, once again, can't thank them enough for being such an integral part to our show.
Run into me.
And to putting this on for you guys. Always the first one's in and the last one's out. But had a lot of great times with them, and thankful for all of them and having an opportunity to hang with them on either days off or late nights after the show. Do some sightseeing. We did a couple wine tour while we were in Melbourne. Hit 3 great vineyards while we were out there, so we definitely made the most of it. Had a day off to where we went to a koala kangaroo sanctuary. We had Randy from Lamb of God come out and hang out with us, do some sightseeing. Great dude, great band. It was fun to play these last 3 shows with Knotfest over in Australia. Share the stage with Pantera and Lamb of God, Hailstorm, Asking Alexandria, Skindred. So many great bands out there. I know leaving a few out. So, but yeah, what a great time just to see our friends, especially our friends in Skindred, which we haven't seen in a while. They don't tour the U.S. Often at all, but they're one of my favorite live bands. They throw down all the time. Just the greatest guys. And then our friends in Hailstorm who fucking killed it. Unbelievable. Thanks again to Lizzie Hal for joining us for the past few shows to come up and sing our newest single, Don't Tell Me, featuring Ann Wilson. And Lizzie came up and killed it. Those last 3 shows that we had out there. Thank you very much for joining us. Always a pleasure to see you guys and have you join us and to see the rest of the band and hang out. We had a little after show party in Brisbane the night before we left. Even though all of us had early flights, we still, most of us found time to be able to suck it up and get out there and just kind of hang out for one last time before we had to all take off. But great time. Yeah, Lizzie's just one of the best. If you haven't seen Hailstorm out there, you gotta see them. They're so fucking good. Probably one of the best female vocalists out there. I think there's so many great female vocalists nowadays that have been part of rock and hard rock and even metal these days, and just very blown away about the amount of front women that are out there just killing it. With Lizzie from Hailstorm and Mariah from Plush and just a number of people down the list. Spirit Box and Flyleaf. I mean, you name it. There's such great vocalists everywhere. I know I'm going to leave some people out. I'm a little distracted because I'm driving, so no disrespect on leaving certain ones out, or I just might know band names and not people's first names. But so great to see the women out there just kind of rocking it, hard out there. But always a good show, but Hailstorm just blew me away. I haven't seen them in a couple years since I think last time they rolled through Chicagoland area, or last time I caught them was in the Chicagoland area at the Rialto Theater in Joliet, Illinois. Historic place, not too far from where I live, and I caught them then. It was amazing, but to see them over in Australia and to see them throw down the way they did, just phenomenal. Everyone in that band is just such a strong player, and man, are they fucking good. So, and then, like I said, to share the stage, every night we had stage set up next to each other, the 2 main stages, so we would flip-flop, so it was like Hailstorm would play on one stage, and then it would switch over to Lamb of God, then to us, then to Pantera, so there was no long breaks in between setup. We were all just good to go.
And so it was always exciting we're up on deck getting ready to start our set. And every show we
hear, Lamb of God up there throwing down and finishing their show and playing Redneck, which is probably my favorite Lamb of God track. And that guitar riff is fucking sick. So what a way to, it's kind of ironic because for a couple of years in our dressing room, wherever we would play in the world, we would usually listen to a lot of classic rock music in the dressing room and just kind of get in our little headspace of just warming up. And, Mike will be playing on either his electronic drum kit or hitting
a pad. David's doing his vocal warm-ups, and me and John will grab a guitar in the practice room and the warm-up room and just loosen up and play. But for many years, we would play Redneck from Lamb of God. We would have that playing in the dressing room as kind of the song to get us pumped up and get the blood flowing, because it's such a killer riff. So it was kind of cool that, now we hit the stage in Australia and we're hearing it live every night.
So we get up there and we get to hear, instead of listening in the dressing room, we actually are standing, side by side stages and hear Lamb of God just ripping through Redneck live. And it was definitely such an inspiring moment to kind of, get the blood flowing right before we hit the stage. So very cool. And then to see Pantera too with this lineup with Zach Wild and Charlie playing drums and Zach ripping on guitar, and it's great to see them. And Rex,
back on stage, and Phil doing their thing. So to hear these songs played live again with the two best choices you could possibly come up with Zach and Zach,
oh my God,
paying tribute to Dime, and Charlie to Vinny,
and just awesome to see them up there playing those songs again, letting this next generation of fans hear these songs live at the best possible dream team band you can think of. So very killer, and so cool to know these guys for years, and you can, in this industry, you can go years without seeing each other because we're in different parts of the world or different tours, and all this time can pass, and then when you see each other again, it's like that brotherhood is still there, and that respect is still there. And
it's so great to be able to so many years have passed since we've seen some of the guys, and to see
Rex, every time I would run into Rex Brown, he would just come up and talk to me and hang, and then we were on a couple flights together. So it's just such a good feeling to know it's been so many years that passed, and there's still, such a cool, great deal of respect and
friendly, isn't it? Was it Wembley?
friendship that we have there. Same
Zach, and a few nights ago while we were out after the show, we were staying at the same hotel, and Zach walks into the hotel. I had already gone back to my room and showered, and I came out. I was going to go out with some friends and grab a pint, right? Get out there and have a couple drinks, hang with some of the crew and meet some locals. And then Zach wanted to come out and join us, and it was great. And it's awesome because Zach's been sober for quite some time now, and I didn't know if he would want to be in that environment, and it was kind of cool that he just wanted to
come hang with us. And awesome. He's just such a down-to-earth dude. And him and his buddy Phil, who we've known for a long time too.
Not in Selmo, but Phil, Zach's buddy that works for them. And it's been with Zach forever. I've known him for many years too. But the two of them came to join us and hung out for a few hours.
Local dive bar. And it was just such an awesome time. So that's my stories. So I know I'm just kind of battling here, driving home, trying to fight the urge not to fall asleep early, but holding up pretty good. Went and surprised my mom, visited her, and stopped in to say hello and see what she's up to. And then I went and took my dad out for tacos to my favorite taco place. And that's it. Went to the car wash twice. That's how bored I am. I went to the car wash before I picked up my dad, and went to the car wash after I dropped him off. So running out of things to do. So I just figured I'd keep talking and babbling now. But let's see if you guys have any questions here. I'm almost home now. But if there's anything on here, if you guys seen us this past year, either last summer or in the start of this year when we were, last summer when we were with Breaking Benjamin and Ginger, or early this year in January when we went out to do
Falling in Reverse and Plush. So has anybody seen us on those, the U.S. run there, or
Over in Europe last June when we were there for the whole month. And then in Canada in last May.
so? Did you guys get a chance to see us? Somebody asked if I got to pet a koala.
No, not this time. I did before, but this time it was a last minute thing. I think we would have had to get tickets in advance for that. So we just got close to the koalas. We did have the kangaroos coming up real close to us with no wall or barrier to us. So they were able to come as close as you want. Okay, Colette saw us in Vegas. Thank you for coming out. That was a cool show at the Bach Theater in Planet Hollywood. Good time in Vegas. We toured up. Lots of fun. Love going to Vegas. I think I'm going to have to work in a Vegas trip on this time off. Because we didn't have a whole lot of time. We had back-to-back shows. I went to Arizona, then Vegas, and then we flew home. So
We had a little bit of time after the show, but I think I'm due for a nice, quick hit and run 2 or 3
3-day Vegas trip would be nice. Here's my buddy Eric on here from Florida, the West Palm Beach area. Good friend. We met last summer and
been staying in touch. I think you probably
Hey,
came out and seen us about 5 times since then. Probably. Let's see who else is on here.
Burnley.
Melissa, what's up, Melissa? Britt, Tristan, Chrissy. Chrissy, you haven't seen us yet, but you're gonna. Well, you have to tighten up, Chrissy, because we've been touring our asses off. I don't know where you live, where you're from, but you got to come out.
there's not many shows this year for us. So, okay, Tammy, let's see. You've seen us in Nashville. We did a smaller show in Nashville, like a small little private show in a tiny club. I don't know, it was probably only like between 100 to 200 people, if that. Very tiny room.
The Exit In.
Me?
Cool, small, little venue. That was a little private show. It was awesome. And then we did the Bridgestone Arena right in the heart of Nashville, right on Broadway there. So, good time. Love playing there. What's up,
Emma McMillan. Let's see who else up here. I'm falling behind here. Let me scroll through. Okay, Melissa. Okay, you saw us in Alpharetta and Biloxi. Both a great time there. Alpharetta is just outside of Atlanta. So, let's see, who else? Okay, now I'm all caught up here. Okay, so Chrissy, you just got your freedom, so you're ready. So, I'm not sure what that means, what happened, but I'm glad that you're free from whatever you were stuck in.
Oh,
Hopefully you're in a much better place. But yes, all we have is 6 or 7 shows in the U.S.
this year? That is it. I don't think there's going to be any surprises or last-minute add-ons. But it is
The music industry, I guess anything can happen. If something pops up, something crazy like, Metallica or Iron Maiden or somebody wants to do something, then I'm sure we can maybe pull something together if that was the case. Our buddy Branchy from Australia, what's up, brother? I was hoping to hear from you. I know you didn't make it out to the show. It's all good. I know life gets busy. I was hoping to get a message from you to see if you wanted to come, but completely understand how sometimes we get too busy with things. But anyways, hope you're doing good, brother. And I'm sure we're going to be coming back to Australia a lot
what you
sooner.
want, you didn't go out.
I can't believe it was 8 years between
Didn't?
the last time we're there and our buddy Branchy down in Australia, where he had us out surfing. That was my first attempt at surfing in my life in Australia, but he hooked us up, took care of us, so thanks, buddy. But yes, keep it in mind, next time we're coming through I hope it'll be in the near future, like within the next either a year or two. Obviously, COVID didn't help things for a lot of territories. It delayed us quite a bit, but that has passed, and we will definitely make it a lot sooner than later.
Well, I did tell you
So-
the penalty.
You did foul me in the penalty box.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course you did.
Let's see.
Ginger tosser.
A couple more just joined on, so I don't want to jump off just yet. That's about it. So a few days home, I got to see if there's any good concerts. Anybody from the Chicagoland area, fill me in here. Let me know who's coming to town. I haven't checked anywhere. It could be small venues. I'd like to go to a lot of small shows. The Forge in Joliet. The Piazza. What is there one? The Vixen? I can't remember. There's some other newer venues in like the northwest suburbs. The Arcada Theater, however you fucking pronounce it. St. Charles, Illinois. I know it gets a lot of good shows up there.
That's got anything
So,
to do with a
House of
female
Blues,
referee.
Metro. I haven't been to those in
It's
a
a
while. I
no
haven't
thing.
been to the Metro in
What's the last
forever.
thing?
But let me know if you got anything on the horizon
Then why are
for shows in the Chicagoland area,
They wouldn't even-
or
they wouldn't
even
compete with men. They think
the
they
Hard
can, but
Rock
they can't.
in Gary, Indiana. It's not too far.
managed to win the Euros
I just
that
went
we
there
did.
before we
They wouldn't
left
compete
for
against men.
Australia. I went there to go see Bill Burr, the comedian, which was fucking hysterical. I love that guy. He's one of my favorite comedians out there, and what a great show. But also cool venue. I seen earlier this year, fall. I can't even remember. My time frame is off right now, but I seen Seven Dust and Static X roll through the Hard Rock in Gary, Indiana, which was awesome. Always loved seeing those guys. But let me know if there's any good shows rolling through. I think the last really great show I seen was at the Empty Bottle with Non-Point, Sumo Psycho.
She's number one
Pet
woman in the world.
PE.
Or she was, right?
Who
Tennis
else?
player.
I'm missing somebody else. There's somebody else on that bill.
If a bloke, a
I'm
transgender
drawing a
bloke,
blank, but my boys
a
and
woman,
I mean
who was a
all
bloke
the bands were
who's
great.
A woman,
That girl from
she
Sumo Psycho
couldn't
was
beat the person
fucking awesome.
with
Another great
160 in the
female
world, because they haven't got the
vocalist,
same
killer.
chorus. Imagine a
My
woman
boys
rugby
and
player
Non-Point
playing
throwing
against a
down
man
big
rugby
time.
player.
Those guys are
They're
one of my favorite live bands to
different
see
things, they've got
too.
the same
So
power. It's like
okay, let's see. Somebody's saying
Rose.
Rosemont, Illinois.
I don't know what you're saying there. Is somebody coming in concert there? Good shows here. My buddy Dave Musio
Syndrome match would be a mismatch.
on here. What's up, brother? Where are you at?
I just seen somewhere tropical that you're at on a boat.
Absolutely fucking slaughtered.
So Dave, my buddy who owns Four
And it's
Seasons
not
Heating and
what
Air
they're
Conditioning
doing
out here
with being sexist.
in Illinois.
They're
I'm putting a plug in for you.
not
Not that
strong
you
enough.
need it.
Your mum
but,
could have been free stuff.
Good to hear from you, brother. Looks like you're having fun. Where are you at, Dave? Probably the Bahamas or something. I know that was your go-to for a long time, right? Are you? Is it a work trip? Oh yeah, see, you're in the Bahamas.
But they're
I know,
football
you're a
women.
creature of
They're not
habit, right?
football
That's
men.
kind of
They
me. I
wouldn't
always find
compete.
my
They would not
hot spot
compete
and
against
keep going there.
footballers like
Well,
this.
I would love to. I would love
So,
to see
hope
that.
you guys are
Yeah,
good.
I'd love
What's
to.
up, Tracy?
It's
See you
never
on
happened
here.
because they
Corey,
know.
Nitro
Well,
Gun
they rugby
1.
players, they know. Would you imagine someone like Tuiga
Okay,
Fuyamara
guys.
tackling
It's
Billy?
time I jump off. I'm just
Whatever it is.
babbling, fighting the
Woman,
jet
they got
lag,
no chance.
sitting
Not
in
for
my
who?
driveway, doing nothing except
Oh, this would be
not
nice.
going to
Oh,
bed
yeah,
just
there
yet.
she is, Ginger Tosser. There she goes.
What's up, Orlando? I'll be down in Florida this weekend, just not in Orlando, but coming down there with my son for a little spring break trip. And I gotta say, I gotta give a shout out to my daughter who's down at the University of Kentucky right now in school. And I just love how she just calls me out of the blue.
That kind of sport.
Not to ask for anything, not because she has to do it,
Any sport.
because she wants to do it. So I love that, she reaches out to me just because she's thinking about me or wants to, and got my phone
Call from her when I'm out eating tacos with my dad, and get on the phone with my daughter because she's out of class right now, and then we start talking about last night's episode of The Bachelor finale. So that was my conversation with my daughter. And yes, I watched The Bachelor, and yes, I talked to my daughter about it. And just so thankful that I was always so worried about her going away to college that she's going to get too busy, living out of state with her friends and with school, that she might forget about me. But, I'm just very fortunate that she always finds time to surprise me and make those calls just to say hello and talk about simple things in life or TV shows like The Bachelor. But anyways, enjoy your day. I will probably pop on here again if I'm fighting that jet lag and I need to stay awake and I feel that I got all of you to talk to. So I appreciate that. Be well, everyone. Much love and respect. And talk to you later. I am a fucking zombie. For those of you who may have been on a few hours ago, because I was on it just after 4 a.m. I am fighting the jet lag from Australia that has been brutally kicking my ass, and it's no fun. So we came home the other day after leaving Brisbane, Australia, the last show of Knotfest. Came home the first day, got to bed good, thought I was on the acclimated to the right time. Got to bed early, had a good night's sleep for the first time, and then the following days I am fucked because now I'm back to my body feeling like Australia time. So I am completely off and I'm struggling to get on. I should have forced myself to go out last night, but I was too tired at the time, so I didn't go out, and that means I woke up at 12:30 a.m. wide awake, staring at the ceiling for 3.5 hours, and decided I'm going to get in my car and drive around. So for 2 hours and 49 minutes, I've been driving around with no destination. Just driving. At least there's some cars on the road now, because at 4:12 a.m. or whatever time when I went live here on Instagram, I seen one cop car at a gas station and no other cars. So driving pitch black suburbs south of Chicago, and now the sun is up and now people are out and I'm going fucking nuts. So I hate fucking this jet lag bullshit. The struggle is real, and I have to adapt quickly because I'm taking my son and his friends to Florida tomorrow for the week, and I have to be fun and be able to hang with the
boys and not being able to, sleep at the wrong time and be wide awake in the middle of the night. So I need to figure this out awfully quick. But I got poor connection. Okay. And we're back. So now I'm driving by Oak Brook Mall. For those of you from the Chicagoland area, may be familiar with
this area. This is a great mall. My suburbs over here, probably a half hour, 40 minutes away from downtown Chicago. Okay, you are in Fort Myers Beach. I'm headed to Siesta Key tomorrow for a week. So hopefully there's some sunshine. I know Florida was getting a lot of rain, I think, lately. I don't know if they still have been, but I know they were getting hit. So hopefully it's going to be sunny out and good. Siesta Key is an awesome beach, so I've been going every year for the past few years now to take my son and his buddies on their Easter break. And that's it. So, hope you guys are doing good. Hope you enjoy your weekend. If there's any big plans or not. The weather here in Chicago is not too bad. It's saying 37 degrees Fahrenheit. It doesn't feel that cold. It was a little cold yesterday, last night, but I didn't go out anyway. So, yeah, okay, SKOB. That's Siesta Key Oyster Bar, right? I believe. Yeah, somebody's commenting on that. Yep, I'll be literally a couple blocks away from that place. Very cool bar. I've been there before. So if you're ever down in Siesta Key, go check out the SKOB, Siesta Key Oyster Bar. Pretty cool place. And live music. Actually, a friend of ours in the industry is a guitar player and plays down there all the time. So I wonder if he still plays there on a regular basis. I'll have to maybe try to pop in there and see if I could catch a set while we're down there. So let me scroll through some of your names. What's up, Wendy? Wendy, you're saying want to go where? The Cottage Restaurant? Never heard of it, but I will keep an eye out. I know you have given me some good advice before. So, Scooter up the beach. Okay. All right, guys. That's about it. I don't have anything interesting to say other than I'm just a fucking zombie and can't sleep. Need to sleep, want to sleep, but can't sleep. 12:30 a.m. I've been up, and for the past
Almost 3 hours been driving around. No destination, just driving in circles, listening to little music. So if anything, I've been listening to music, some digging through the archives.
into the vault of disturbed riffs for potential new material and some old demos that I have. So if anything good is coming out of this, it gives me time to revisit some of these ideas and see if they still hit me the same way when I was working on them initially. So pretty exciting about that because there's some really cool shit that I have in the vault. And I'm hoping to break some of these out during this year since we don't have a lot of touring. I'll probably at some point get together with David and the guys to kind of present some of these ideas to them and maybe get the ball rolling. Don't know what our game plan is as far as recording or what another album would be. But since we do have a lot of extra downtime off this year, it would be nice to try to see if everybody is ready and want to start jamming on some new tunes, get these ideas going. But, any big plans for Easter? Any of you? I don't know if you do that or not, or if it matters, or if you have little kids, or Easter egg hunts, or whatever. I gotta find somewhere to go actually in Florida since I'll have my son and his friends for Easter. I'm sure they're just gonna want to go to the beach and take advantage of being down in Florida. But I should probably look into it and try to find a little brunch place somewhere in Sarasota or Siesta Key, that whole area. So if you have any suggestions or any pull at any good restaurants for an Easter brunch or lunch or dinner or whatever,
If you have any good suggestions, please throw them at me, especially if you're connected down there, because I know I waited last minute to book anything, so I don't know how difficult it's going to be to try to find something now with only a few days away. Okay, Katie, you're hanging out with your daughter. I'm bummed because my daughter's at college, and right now she's not coming in, and obviously I'll be in Florida, but
She wasn't coming in anyways, so she's staying at school for Easter because she doesn't want to miss class on Friday and Monday, which is so unlike me, because any opportunity that I could have gotten at her age to miss school, I would have taken it. But she works hard, studies hard, she's focused. Okay, Lisa, you're saying the Rusty Pelican for brunch. Okay, I'm assuming that's somewhere in Sarasota.
Or Siesta Key, same thing, I guess. I guess it's all part of it. So I will look into that. Thank you for your recommendation. Let's see. Yep, a lot of people out now that the sun's up and
It's almost 7 a.m. here. Starting to get some traffic. It's not Chicago traffic, but it's suburb traffic. And there's the old famous Portillo's. Anybody from the Chicagoland area? I think they're starting to branch out now. I think they opened one in Vegas and maybe Arizona. But it's the very famous beef sandwich place, beef hot dog burger joint. My hair's a little crazy, but I did cut it because it was quite the mess before. If you recall our tour in January and February, I was letting my hair grow out since it was winter time in Chicago, and I was just wearing the beanie all the time, just covering up the mess and the crazy awkward stage, and figured, oh, maybe I'll let it grow out for the hell of it since we're not touring much this year. But then, going out to dinner with my daughter when I flew out to Kentucky to visit her at school, and I had to take my beanie off because we were at a nice restaurant, and just to see her reaction when I took my hat off and my hair was like kind of starting to get long, awkward stage, not quite laying down good and all that, and me asking her opinion, and kids being brutally honest, especially when they're your own kid. And I asked her what she thought of my hair growing out, and she so politely just looked at me and stared at my head and said, yeah, I just don't quite see the vision. And I was just dying laughing because she's right. I didn't really quite see the vision either. I didn't really have an end game to what I was trying to do with it. I was just letting it go and figure I'm going to be lazy and just wear a beanie for quite some time. And I was going to stick to that plan. But then going to Australia, and it's still kind of their summertime there, I'm like, I can't be there in nice weather wearing a freaking beanie, dying wearing that thing. So I just woke up and decided to cut it back off. So now it's a little crazy because I got nothing in it right now. So that's my excitement, my dilemma that I was in with growing my hair out. So I might do it again now that I'm back from Australia, but now this weather here should be turning soon. So it's not too bad, even though it's 38 degrees Fahrenheit right now. That's actually comfortable
right now, so it's not too bad. But baseball season did start here. I'm not a huge baseball guy, but I know yesterday was the Chicago White Sox opener. And I didn't even watch the game, but I just think it looked like it was a bit of a boring game when I seen it. I think it was like 1-0 or something, so didn't really care. But that's it. So what's up, Ryan Webb from Australia? Go Twins. Uh-oh, we're getting some baseball fans on here now. Miss you in France. What's up? That's it. I don't really have anything exciting, so I'm surprised you guys are still on here listening to me babble. That's just me going on no sleep. April 1st, expect delays. But, yep. You must be as bored as I am, because if you're on here listening to me babble with no real message here, other than just complaining about my jet lag, I'll let you guys go. Okay, one more thing here. I'll tell you a little story. If you know the Stacy Peterson story, the girl that was killed, I don't know how many years ago it's been now. It had to be over 10 years. So this is where I think, like on this shoulder over here, I'll tell you why, but right here on the shoulder, the night she was missing, I seen something very strange over here. And this isn't too far from where she lived. So the girl, if you do the Googles and look up Stacy Peterson from Bolingbrook, Illinois, she was missing. She was married to a former cop from Bolingbrook. What the hell was his first name? Drew Peterson, who's now in prison. But the backstory is his young wife Stacy, way younger than him. I think she was in her 20s or so, and she went missing, and they never found the body. And then he had a previous wife that died in the bathtub and ruled as an accidental death, drowning in the bathtub, in an empty bathtub. So, yeah, a little corruption there, right? He got away with that one at first, and then later on, after Stacy was missing, they never recovered the body, so they could never lock him up for that because they had no body. So they exhumed the previous wife's body to find new forensic evidence over the years, and they were able to convict him that way. So he's been in prison since. But anyways, my story here, where I showed you on the side of the road, is the same night that she went missing, I seen a vehicle parked on the side of the road. And the reason I remember this so vividly is that same night I went to go see Seven Dust play at the House of Blues in Chicago. And I was coming home late night. It was probably, had to be sometime around midnight or maybe slightly after. And I was coming down that road, and I looked on the shoulder, and I thought, wow, that was odd. There was a car parked that late at night with the lights off, and I seen what appeared to be two guys walking through that wooded area off the shoulder by the little canal in the dark with a flashlight. I thought that was very strange. Obviously, it caught me out of the corner of my eye. I just seen a flash, and I realized it was a flashlight, and I seen a silhouette of what appeared to be two guys. And I didn't think a whole lot of it other than it was just strange. And then I didn't find out till whatever it was, a couple days later, that Stacy Peterson was missing. So I just always assumed, they would eventually find the body, and they haven't. And then I'm thinking, am I wrong on this? Am I thinking too much into it? I just assumed that they would find it, but then I thought, I wonder if this is an area, because it's not too far from where Drew Peterson lived and where he was a cop, and it's somebody who would be very familiar with these canals. And so it's always been in the back of my head. I'm like, I wonder if they, dredge these waters and that. I think they. I think there was some people that back when this first happened, that they looked in some of these areas. But anyways, that's my story. So I've just always stuck in the back of my head that since it was just that same night that she was missing. But anyways, it was a crazy story. But the motherfucker's in prison anyways. So, but still, I'm sure the family would like to have some closure for sure. So hopefully something happens so they get that someday. But all right, I'm done babbling. I'm crazy talking right now. Driving, headed back home. Gonna get there. I don't even know if there's a point of trying to go to sleep now. So going on maybe 2 hours of sleep. 7:06 a.m. here now.
driving for over 3 hours, and like I said, no destination. Just driving because it's better than laying there staring at the ceiling. So, what's up? Irish the Barber, my buddy Rich. What's up, buddy? So, you didn't miss much on here, Rich. It's just me babbling, just telling stories. Okay, somebody saw us at Brisbane Knot Fest, saying we killed it. Thank you, my friend. Okay, I'm getting alert that there's coyotes. My ring alert notifications coming up. There's a coyotes and a cat in the neighborhood. Okay, that's a good story. So I'm not sure if that means the coyote got somebody's cat. But anyways, okay, what are you saying, Wendy? Honeyfield for breakfast in Lockport. I just drove past there. Good recommendation. Thank you, Wendy. I literally just drove past there probably about 45 minutes ago. Because my dad lives out that way. It's a little local breakfast place out here. I usually go to that Anthony's that's just a couple doors down from there. Just because when I take my dad, it's easier for him to get in and out of there. He's not as mobile as he used to be. And that's an easier one for him to get in. Okay, somebody's talking about my guitar solo in the night. Thank you. It's one of your favorites. Probably one of my favorites too. We don't play it that often. Every now and then we'll pull it out and play it. What's up, Tim? My buddy down in Naples. How's it going, Tim? I'm sure you're living it up like you always do, buddy. It's been a while since I seen you.
I'll be down in Siesta Key tomorrow. I know you're down in Naples, probably, or you're somewhere around the world because you're always traveling as much as we do. Okay, another friend saying they're down in Naples too. All right, Tim, what's up, buddy? So hope you're doing good down in Naples. In the Continental, that place that you took me to when I came out there to stay at your place, Tim. That place,
The Continental, that bartender from there just came to our show in Orlando just about a month and a half ago. It was kind of funny because that's where I met him when I first went there with you back in 2000. Okay, somebody's commenting on my solo in the song Torn. Yeah, that's definitely one of my favorites to play too, but we never play that song live. It's been a long time. God, there's just so many songs in our catalog.
And we've been starting to pull out some out of the vault and play them. We did, Divide and Perfect Insanity and The Animal and a few others. But I think we need to start digging a little deeper and bring some of those other songs, like you're saying, Torn or God, there's so many tracks that we haven't played in forever. Deceiver, Enough. I'm trying to think some that we haven't played. Violence Fetish. But we will have a 25th anniversary next year for The Sickness. So do you believe that? That fucking album going on 25 years. And some of those songs that we wrote obviously have been around longer than that. Down with Sickness and Dropping Plates and Stupefy. A lot of those songs, The Game. Those were all written when we first got together in 96. Well, we got together in 96, we formed, and then right in 96, 97, 98, but all those songs were written back then. But yeah, the 25th anniversary next year. So, not really sure what the game plan is yet. We haven't decided. I would like to think that maybe we would do something because it's
Such a big milestone for us. I want to thank you guys for being part of that journey. Whenever you jumped on, I know a lot of you, I've seen a lot of your names on here. I know a lot of you have been there since the very beginning. And, and I appreciate those that came on later. They might have just been younger or not introduced to it yet. So whatever got you on board and becoming a Disturbed one. We appreciate you guys. Much love and respect. So, yeah.
It should be a good milestone, big moment for us next year for the 25th anniversary. So hopefully we can come up with something for it, whether it's a tour or some kind of special thing or something for the fans who
Want some, I know I'm going to dig in through some of the memorabilia that I have, that I've collected, that I've saved back in the 90s. I've saved all that stuff. The old demo tapes, old merchandise or bumper stickers, and, you know, the original demos, the CD and the cassettes, like I said, old flyers, tickets. There's crazy stuff that I have. Thank God I saved a lot of that stuff. I even have like letters that I sent to record labels before we had a deal. You know, rejection letters. The funny thing is I sent a letter to Q Prime Management. They're one of the biggest rock managers in the world. They manage Metallica for basically their whole career. They've managed a ton of other bands. I mean, currently they have like Muse and 3 Days Grace and, you know, some country acts too, but they had Def Leppard back in the day. They had AC/DC. They've been around a long time. They're one of the biggest, probably the biggest rock managers in the world. And at the time, I sent them a letter and got a polite rejection letter back, because we were just a local band. We didn't have any other representation. We didn't have a record deal, but, you know, it was a shot in the dark. I sent them a letter anyways, and they sent me a letter back saying, thank you, but we don't take unsolicited material, and basically good luck thing. And the funny thing is, that's who we're with now. So back then, that means never give up. Never give up on your dream. Never lose focus of what you want. So I have that letter that I sent to them, and I have the letter that they sent back to me turning us down. And then here we are years later where they came to us wanting to manage us, like 16 years later, after the band, obviously after the success of the band, and probably around 2016 or so, we get the phone call to take a meeting with them, of them wanting to manage the band, and we have been with them since. So, quite an interesting story, and a little Disturbed, little background facts there of how you just stick with it and you don't lose focus of what you want, no matter how long it takes. And that's my inspirational story of the morning. It's just funny how it came along that way. And I also have a letter from a record label at the time that we sent demos to in the late 90s. We sent them out to everybody, but this certain label, they were called Revolution Records at the time, and they were switching names, and there was changes at the company that they turned into Giant Records. So I sent the demo to them, and it had songs like Stupefy and Down with Sickness and The Game. I sent them the music, and I got a return to sender. I got the envelope sent back to me. So it wasn't really a rejection, but it was sent back because they were going through a transition. But long story short, they end up becoming Giant Records, and they're the ones we ended up signing with. They're the ones, they flew out to Chicago. They approached us pretty aggressively and really showed us and made us believe that that was the right home for Disturbed. So it's another funny moment of how, you know, I kept that envelope for whatever reason of them sending the demos back in the envelope, and then next thing you know, we end up signing a deal with them after it was already returned to me. So, pretty funny moment. I got a lot of crazy stuff like that. I have like a post-it note of David when we start auditioning singers, and my first conversation with David, and writing down his name and phone number, and having a conversation with him before we ever met in person, before we ever got together and jammed. But I remember that stuff like yesterday. So I was kind of a freak about saving things. And I'm glad I did, looking back at it now, looking back at the career, that I still have a lot of that stuff. So hopefully I can compile some of this stuff and share it with you. If we do something for the 25th anniversary, maybe there's something that we could put together that could share some of that stuff. For those of you that care about that stuff. So, anyways, I'm home now. So I'm gonna get in the house and make a cup of coffee, take a shower, since I've been awake since 12:15, and let me, since I'm in my garage now, I'll show you a little sneak preview of a couple cars I have in here. Not that I'm showing off or anything, but I figure since I'm in here and I got you, I'll show you a couple cool ones. So this is a Model T. Okay. I think I'm connected now. Okay, so here's my Model T, the blue one. It's on a lift. And it's a little tough to see. And then this chrome one is a Fisker. It's a Karma Fisker. Okay, now you're saying I'm frozen. Am I still frozen or am I good? Okay, so that was a little fun project. The chrome one, it's wrapped, obviously. Got some black stripes. And then the red one's the 2020 mid-engine Corvette. I'll come down here for a closer look. And then my Tesla, the Plaid. I just got this one earlier this year. That one's pretty fucking awesome. But the fastest car I've ever had. That thing's insane. So here's the Corvette, the mid-engine. I had to get it because it's the 2020, the first year that the Vet did the mid-engine. And my Harley that I never drive, or I get it ready every start of the season, drive it around the block a couple times, and then pretty much sits in the garage because my friends don't ride as much anymore. But then here's a little thing I put on. I have my friends at MO Graphics in New Lenox, Illinois, do the wrap, and then on the cap here, this is a hybrid car, by the way. It's there's a motor, but it's electric too. But so on the cap here, this is the fuel cap. You see the guy, if you can see the guy on there. And then on the other side, if I can get over there, it's a little crowded in the garage because I just. Okay, so now on this cap, this is where I plug in. This cap's got the believe symbol, as you see. So, that's my toys. And I have to duck down because I have a trickle charger on these cars because they had to sit for the winter. There's the Vet. And then the Fisker. These guys did such a great job on the wrap. I mean, they even wrapped that. They even wrapped the grill and everything. The emblem. They wrapped this, like all that stuff. It was all the original one was all kind of faded. There was like chrome and red and blue, and then I can't believe how great of a job they did. So I'm not even sure if that's legal with the chrome
it's so blinding. Like on a real sunny day, it's a freaking mirror. So I usually don't, it's usually not my style of loud and obnoxious things. I'm usually kind of simple with the, with the black car. I'm usually a black or a white car simple. But I figure, I get a little crazy on these two cars here and try something a little bit more obnoxious. It's not that I'm screaming for attention, but clearly the chrome car, the Fisker, does get a lot of attention because it's fucking blinding when that sun reflects off of that. So, all right. Gotta plug in my car. Boom. Since I've been driving around for 3 hours and draining the battery. All right, guys. Going in. I babbled long enough. Hopefully you guys have a great weekend.
They're beautiful right now here in Chicago. We will take it. Sweatshirt weather, hiking weather, and that's where I'm going right now. Got to get some steps in. Now that we're home and off the road, got to keep that cardio going and movement, forcing myself to get up out of bed and get outside, enjoy the weather. Going to walk the stairs at a place called Swallow Cliff,
South side of Chicago. It's very difficult. So
I'll be huffing and puffing in about another 15 or 20 minutes, just walking up the stairs. It's not as easy
as it used to be when we were much younger, but
it's a deep burn. Lots of stairs straight up, and then back down, and then back up again, and back down, and back. So hopefully going to try to make a couple laps of doing that without having a heart attack. So I'm imagining there's probably a crowd out today now that the weather is good and starting to turn in our favor. Thank God. Meeting my buddy Brad, or as I call him, B-Rad, local musician, great bass player, good friend of mine, known him many years. But we're gonna go get some little exercise in, get that blood flowing,
get that cardio going, and get that ticker
pounding a bit there. So hopefully I don't die on the stairs or on the trails. But it's a good way to get out in nature and clear the mind, go talk with a friend and bullshit. Sometimes that makes it easier to walk through it when you're just bullshitting with a buddy as you're walking. Walking the path is easier.
Walking the stairs is harder. There's not much talking there. I'm just gasping for air as I go up. But do what you gotta do. So hopefully you guys are doing good. I don't know if any of you watched the men's college game last night, the basketball game. And Purdue not looking so good last night and losing. I'm not a big college basketball game guy, but I'm a bit of a fair weather fan. I'll watch it when it's the finals and all that. I did really
enjoy the women's basketball series with Iowa, and obviously jump on the bandwagon with Caitlin Clark because she tore it up and obviously drew a lot of attention and filled the seats. Got to give it to her. She's unbelievable. But the men's basketball game was pretty sad. Not the outcome I wanted and not the excitement I wanted. Pretty low scoring first half. But what you gonna do? I gotta do something to pass time until football season comes around. So we got some hockey, we got some baseball. Not my favorite, but I'll still go to something. I do like hockey.
Baseball's a little boring, but I'll go to a game here or there. I do have some friends that play professionally and
some buddies that were trainers, but I will maybe try to catch a game soon. Now that the weather's turning, kind of makes you want to be
outside more. So I'll probably try to go to a White Sox game. I'm not against the Cubs. I haven't been to a Cubs game in a while.
But I'm not against going to it. they've done a lot near Wrigley Field over the years and built up. You know, it's that baseball stadium is right in the middle of
neighborhoods. It's been there forever, and there was always rumors of them rebuilding and moving that could accommodate the fans a little bit more, but they did a good job building up around it with the bar scene around there and
restaurant, so it's pretty cool. So let's see, where the hell am I at? Okay, a little bit further. I think I turned too soon. God damn it. I missed my turn. But anyways, let me regroup here. I'm getting a text from Brad that he's pulling up. So Brad, if you see me on Instagram Live, I'm on my way. I just missed my turn
to get there. I'm distracted. So hopefully you guys enjoy your day. I won't keep you too long. Maybe I'll jump back on here once I'm walking the trail and I'm not huffing and puffing and dying from being out there.
Let's see if I can get there this way. Lots of traffic today in the suburbs. People out working, driving, doing whatever the hell they're doing.
Can I go this way? Yes. So how am I lost? I've lived in this area my whole life. I take one wrong, miss one turn, and I'm lost. People out fishing today. Maybe that's what I need. I need to pick up another hobby on the downtime.
More reason to get out of the house and do something to clear my head. It's not easy to decompress after a long tour this past year from last spring and then through the summer into the early part of the fall and then early part of this year from mid-January up until just a couple weeks ago. With that adrenaline going so high, it's not easy to come home and hit the brakes and decompress. Even though we all jump into dad mode and back into family life. You know, my daughter's away at college right now. My son, being 16, is pretty occupied with his buddies and his video games. And I did get back. I did take him to Siesta Key last week, so we had a good time out there in Florida. And he does have boxing tonight, so I love going to his boxing. Outside of that, it's a lot of free time when I'm not touring. So I like to try to see some bands as they roll through town, some inspiration, or even some local bands or cover bands, whatever's rolling through. I love live music. So I think there's some good shows coming up this weekend. And next week, I had it mixed up. I was going to see about the comedian Anthony Jeselnik. I thought he was coming to Gary, Indiana this week, but I think it's next week. I was off on my weeks. So I might go check that out. I think he's an amazing comedian, very dark and offensive and insulting. And you either love him or hate him, but I like comedians like that aren't afraid of this cancel culture world. And you got to be able to laugh. And he's pretty damn funny. So the last comedy show I seen was Bill Burr recently, about a month ago, at Hard Rock Casino in Gary, Indiana, same venue. So maybe I'll shoot out there next week to go see Anthony Jeselnik. I seen him last fall when he came through Chicago, but this time he's going through Indiana. It's not that far for me, so it'll be easy enough Uber ride there. Maybe like 45 minutes or so. But okay, I'm pulling up to the stairs. This is it. I will go live if I need an emergency call or help from having a heart attack on these trails. So I will keep you posted if there's anything exciting. There probably won't be much wildlife here because we are in Illinois, so there's nothing scary to run into, which is good because I'm not a fan of snakes or spiders or things that want to bite you or have venom. So, okay, going up here, gonna park it, and I'll hit you guys up later. Have a great day. Peace out. What's up, Cleveland? I am headed to our warehouse where we keep all our gear. We are not on tour. Well, majority of it, not all of it. A place called Bestronics, Tinley Park, Illinois. Great place. They have done a lot for us over the years, but not only store our gear there, but they've also do a lot of wiring and that. So any players out there, guitar players, bass players, anything that want guitar rigs built, these guys are the ones that can do it. I had them do a couple rigs for me over there throughout our career. Last one I had built was probably 2011 or so, and I've been using that guitar rig ever since. So they're called Bestronics, Tinley Park, Illinois. Unbelievable job just setting up your guitar rig. I mean, I know everything is so compact today, and you can go out with a small quad Cortex or a Kemper or a Fractal or whatever you may use that makes it easy and compact. They're all great, but I still have the old school massive rig out there,
and they did an amazing job just wiring it. It's just as professional and as clean as you can get. There's no spaghetti mess with all the cables. Everything is just cut to size and wired, and it's like unbelievable. So anyways, I gotta head there. All of our gear, came back from New Zealand and Australia.
Came back, I don't even know when it came back, probably a week or two ago. It's already been there. So I'm headed there now just to grab a few things out of my wardrobe case, out of the flight case. I might have thrown a couple bottles of wine in there from Australia when I was there, so kind of a little sneaky instead of bringing it back through the airport. Just thought I'd share a little secret. I know I probably shouldn't have done that, but I can't pass up on those great Australian wines, so had to bring a few bottles back.
So I'm hoping that they're still in my case and they didn't confiscate it through customs. So I will find out shortly, because they could have kept it for themselves and probably enjoy some nice bottles of wine.
Anyways, let me scroll through here. I'm seeing some names on here of some friends, people I recognize on here. What's up, Melbourne? We had a great time out there. We spent a few days off in Melbourne, so we had an awesome time. Plus, we hit 3 different vineyards on our day off, on one of the days off, just outside of Melbourne, probably about 2 hours outside of Melbourne. A bit of a drive out, but 3 really nice kind of boutique vineyards, and had a great time out there. So, and the shows were amazing. Obviously, we did
3 Knotfest days with Pantera, Lamb of God, Hailstorm, Skindred, Asking Alexandria. Just great lineup of bands. I know I left a few out, but just good time. Always fun running into our friends from Skindred, Hailstorm, like I said, Lamb of God, Pantera. That was my first time seeing Pantera with this lineup. Obviously, the last time I seen them before that was, we played with them 2000, on Ozfest 2000, with the original lineup of Pantera, all 4 guys, with Dime and Vinny. And then, shortly after that Ozfest, I think it was the fall of
2000. I seen them play again, and then obviously shortly after that, the band broke up for they broke up at that point and went on to do other projects. So to see them back on stage with Phil and Rex, and now having Zach Wilde and Charlotte Benante from Anthrax up there paying respect and tribute to Diamond Vinny and to the Pantera fans, to be able to hear those songs live again, just it was an awesome time. Really brought me back. I was a huge Pantera fan growing up. Been to many concerts back in the day when we were just a local band. Very inspired by the guys, and very happy to be able to call them friends, to be able to share the stage with them and many times, like I said, back in 2000, and then to see them again. So it was great, because it's been many years. It's been quite a few years since I seen Rex. It probably was, I think the last time was Vinnie Paul's funeral. So it was great to see him again and see him back up on stage playing those great Pantera songs. And then it's been quite a few years since I seen Zach Wilde too, because I haven't seen him since before COVID. So to be able to run into Zach at the hotel in Australia and just talking to him like it was yesterday, it's always great when you have some musician buddies over the years. Years could go by, you run into them, and you're back to talking like it was yesterday. So always great to see him as well and have some time to hang out. But anyways, that's about it. Beautiful day here in Chicago. Go into the warehouse, check out my equipment and my wine that I had shipped over, and see how things are looking. Hopefully they made it through customs, no problem, and hopefully the gear is all intact. And we will have some shows. Like I said many times before, every time I get on here, I mentioned that we have 3 shows in May next month. That's all we have until the fall. So we're going to take the summer off because we toured a lot this past year. And last summer we were gone on the road a lot. Canada, Europe, and the U.S. And now just finishing this run in New Zealand and Australia. So not many shows this year. I think it's only like 6 or 7 that we're doing. So 3 in May. We got Rockville in Daytona, Florida in early May. We have a rescheduled show that we have to do in Des Moines, Iowa in May as well. And then we have Sonic Temple in Columbus, Ohio. Which is another massive lineup. The same promoter, Danny Wimmer. If you go on Danny Wimmer Presents, does all the big U.S. festival destination tours. So he's the man behind Rockville. He's behind Sonic Temple. He's behind Louder Than Life that we will do next fall. He's behind Aftershock in Sacramento, which will be in the fall as well. So Louder Than Life's in Louisville, Kentucky. That's either end of August or September. I don't know the date off the top of my head. But you can go to disturbed1.com. So DISTURBED, the number 1.com, and look at those tour dates to get the exact dates and locations and all that stuff. So, okay, what's up, Tracy? Let's see, I'm seeing some Josh. Trying to read as I drive. What's up, Beth? A lot of friends that I hear from on a daily basis here with Tracy and Beth. And let's see who else is on here. I haven't seen my kids jump on yet, even though they're in school today, but sometimes they like to surprise me and show me that they're playing on their phones when they're supposed to be in the classroom. So, I'm still a little tiny bit under the weather. I normally don't ever get sick, and for whatever reason, I don't know if it's allergy season out here that's been kind of rough on people. I kind of thought I might have had the flu a little bit last week, but I normally don't get sick like that, but this has been lingering a little bit. So a little bit of frog in the throat. My sinuses has been stuffy. Okay, what's that place? Sound Growler. Tinley Park Brewery. I've been in there once. It's pretty cool brewery. Lots of breweries out here. But a place called Sound Growler. Anybody from the south side of Chicago that may have heard of it. Pretty cool place. Give them a little plug right now. I know they got a smaller room connected that does a little bit of live music as well. Only been in there once, but it was a cool place. Almost to the warehouse. And maybe I'll jump back on here and show you some of the equipment in our warehouse. So, and I'm just dressed down in my colorful blue Under Armour shirt and my little gray sweatpants because I plan on walking the trails and go do a little hiking, get a little exercise in today. I need to go visit my dad as well because I haven't seen him over the weekend because, like I said, I was a little under the weather. Oh, jeez. Now I got to drive through a little construction. But, yeah, I didn't get to see my dad all weekend because I didn't want to expose him. I'm not paranoid to all that stuff, but obviously he's a bit older and health a little more compromised, so I don't want to be getting him sick. But feeling a lot better today, even though I'm still stuffy a little bit, but no fever, no chills or none of that stuff. So that's about it. Let's see. I am pulling up. I'm not sure. I'm supposed to meet my guitar tech here, Jeremy. So Jeremy, if you've seen us live, I have him come out on stage with us and do The Sound of Silence. He'll come up and play acoustic guitar while I play piano. And he also plays guitar on a few other tracks. Don't Tell Me, our newest single, featuring Ann Wilson from Heart. I have Jeremy come up and play guitar with us just to fill out the sound a little bit more. He's been a longtime friend and a great guitar player. And, you know, sometimes I don't mind sharing the stage, let him have a little bit of the spotlight and have a moment. Good, great player. And he also plays on A Reason to Fight and Hold On to Memory. So some of the stuff when we do the acoustic stuff, I like to have him up there with us just to kind of fill out the sound live.
Oh, he's on his way down from Milwaukee, and apparently he's not here yet. So this is where I'm at. Bestronics, this whole building, this huge warehouse. So it's not all of us. It's their business, massive business, and we just happen to take up some space for some of our gear in here. So, what's up, Dylan? Who else is on here? Okay, now that I'm parked, I could read a few of your comments. Or any questions?
Like I said, these festivals coming up are massive lineups, a lot of great bands. I know if I start naming them, I'm going to name the wrong days, but I know that we have stuff coming up with, I think Hailstorm will be on some. I know Motley Crue. I think some of the days might be off. I think like Judas Priest. And I got to even scroll through some of those because I know it's coming up. And I got to see who else. But they're massive lineups. So Rockville and Sonic Temple coming up in May. So, what's up, San Diego? You seen us in 2020.
Okay. I think it was probably 2019 because 2020 was COVID. I don't think we did any shows in the start of 2020. So it was probably 2019, but you're close. What's up, Colleen? Any festivals on the northeast coast? No, unfortunately not. I don't think we have anything on the east coast this year. Let me think hard about this. The only thing, like I said, is Daytona, Florida. That's it over on that side. In the West Coast, the only thing we have is Sacramento in the fall for Aftershock. That's the festival. Okay, you need a Thailand show. What's up, Thailand? So our former manager lives in Thailand now. He moved. He was a Chicago guy, a friend of mine from back in the 90s. And then after we switched management, we stay in touch, we're friends, but he moved to Vegas and then decided just like about 2 years ago that he's moving to Thailand. So that's where he went. So I would love to come there. I'm hoping it would be great if we could do a show out there. But it's definitely on my list. All right, my guitar tech's here. It's time for me to pop in there and make sure all the gear looks good and go get my wine. So maybe I'll hitch up in a few if there's anything exciting to see in there. Peace out. Have a great day. Gear. Not fucking happy about that. 1 or 2 I can understand. 10 tells me they are very negligent and just fucking throwing shit around. So hopefully I don't think that equipment is damaged, but 10 broken casters on flight cases is kind of unacceptable. So I love Australia, but your customs sucks and did a lot of damage to our stuff. But the good news is my wine made it through, that I shipped through in some of those flight cases, so I didn't have to travel with it in my luggage. So I'm pretty happy about that. So got some good wines from Australia. We visited 3 vineyards while we were out in Melbourne and had a great time there and got caught up in the moment, little afternoon wine drunk, and decided to place some orders and grab some wine to bring home with me. So I'll take that as a victory because that made it. So nothing else really going on this week. I take that back. Thursday night, 2 big things. There's Steve Vai and Joe Satriani playing in Chicago. I just realized that this morning. And then there's also the comedian Anthony Jeselnik playing in the Hard Rock Casino in Gary, Indiana, which is only about 45 minutes from my house. So bit of a dilemma because Steve Vai, Satriani, big musical night to see these guys shred, kill it, or do I go for some laughs and some casino on Thursday? So big decision to make there. What's any opinion on that? Anybody have a vote? Steve Vai and Joe Satriani, or go to a comedy show and see Anthony Jeselnik? So I haven't seen Vi in a very long time. I haven't seen Satriani, I guess, since Chickenfoot some years back when we were playing a festival, and I think it was in Belgium or something, and they were on the bill as well. So obviously 2 amazing guitar players, 2 of the best out there. So I might have to do that. I did see Anthony Jeselnik last fall when he came through Chicago, and amazing show. That guy is funny as fuck. Very dark humor and very offensive, which I love. But he's got this kind of, I don't know, this approach like the old Stephen Wright, of just very kind of monotone and just comes out and If you haven't seen his performances yet, it's worth seeing. On Netflix, and he's got a special on there, Fire in the Maternity Ward, and right out the gate, he hits hard, and it's fucking hysterical, and it's very offensive.
And you'll know from the very first joke of that if you're gonna get this guy, worth seeing, in my opinion. So, very funny comedian, one of my favorites out there. Besides Bill Burr, who I've seen him recently at that same venue at the Hard Rock Casino in Gary, Indiana. I just seen him last month, and he's probably one of my favorites for sure. So very cool. That's it. Cruising along. It just got a 1 degree warmer. It's 74 now. I'm on I-80 south of Chicago, going to 355. It says towards Rockford. I'm not going to Rockford, but Rockford, Illinois is the home to the band Cheap Trick. And that's probably about all you want to go to Rockford for. Love you people. No offense to you disturbed ones from that area, but you know it's it can be a little sketchy, as Chicago can be as well. But headed to take my dad to lunch, get him out of the house, get the old man out of the house, because he's doesn't get around as much. It's not as easy for him anymore. So I got to be the good son, go there and get him out, get some fresh air, enjoy this weather, go find somewhere to eat that maybe has some outdoor eating patio or something to take advantage of this beautiful day. And I'm gonna have to charge my car. I'm in a Tesla right now, and I just realized my battery's getting a little low because my charger at home
Fucking blew up on me the other day. I don't know what the hell happened, but sparked and went out. So now I don't have a charger at home, so that's why my battery is low now. But I am getting the new one installed tomorrow. My electrician buddy is coming by after work to install the new Tesla charger to get me back up and running. So for now
I have to go to charging stations in the area just to get this thing going for this past weekend. But those are the problems I have. I know, boo-hoo, right? So once again, left the studio. I think all our equipment is good, other than the flight cases having 10 broken casters from Australian customs, who wanted to fucking manhandle our cases and toss them around, I guess.
And clearly didn't give a fuck about what was in the cases to break 10 casters off of different cases. So it would have been nice if they would have handled it with a little bit of respect and not damage our stuff. But I think that was the worst of the damage. I don't think there were any guitars or anything that seen any damage that I know of, at least.
But we'll be prepping for the few shows, the 3 shows that we have in May, and that is it, people. We are only playing U.S. dates this year. There's only 6 or 7 of them. I think there's 7. So that's your only chance to see us this year. We toured a lot last year and the beginning of this year. So if you want to see us, you got to come to either Daytona, Florida
for Rockville, big festival. You got to come to Des Moines, Iowa for a rescheduled show in May. Or you have to come to Sonic Temple in Columbus, Ohio, another huge festival, great lineup. It's worth the trip. It's probably a 3 or 4 day festival with all your favorite bands on them. So it's definitely worth the trip. That's all we got in the spring. We're going to take the summer off and spend time with the kids, maybe take some vacations. And then
August, we'll have some more. August, September, we'll have more festivals. And those, if you wanted to see us, would have to be Louder Than Life in Louisville, Kentucky. Another massive festival, great lineup, 3 or 4 day fest. Have your favorite bands on that as well. We have Rocklahoma in Oklahoma. We have Aftershock in Sacramento. And I think maybe one other show. It's slipping my mind, so I think it's maybe 4 shows in the fall. All U.S. states, a little bit spread out. Sorry that there's nothing on the East Coast. The best we can bring you is Daytona, Florida, but nothing up the East Coast. We hit you guys over the last summer and some territories earlier this year, but that's all you're going to get from us this year. I appreciate you guys that did come out in the past year to see us during the Divisive album cycle. We had a great summer run last year with Breaking Benjamin and Ginger, and then we finished this U.S. run earlier this year with Falling in Reverse and Plush. Speaking of, I can't wait to see the Plush Girls coming to Chicago soon. I think they're here in May. They're coming somewhat close by. So excited to see them again. Those girls are awesome. Very talented. If you didn't get a chance to see them with us on the Take Back Your Life tour a couple months ago, you should really check them out. Young band, all-girl band. They range from 19 years old to like 23. Very young, very talented. They fucking throw down crazy vocals, crazy harmonies, great musicians. They hang with the best of them. They're very great band, and so they'll be rolling through the Chicagoland area in May. I think it's a little further north for me, but gonna have to go out and check out the show and see them when they roll back through. So, anyways, that's enough of me babbling. Enjoy your day. Hopefully it's nice out wherever you guys live. As nice as it is here in Chicago right now. My nose is still all stuffy. I still have some sinus issues. Was a little under the weather for the past few days or the past week, which is unlike me because I never really get sick. But I think a combination of just going so hard with traveling and out of the country and being in airports and airplanes and me down a little bit, and then kind of allergy season
out here has been a little rough on some people. I think that's kind of contributing a little bit to my sinuses, so I might sound a little stuffy right now. But
hope you guys are well. Enjoy your day. And I'll hit you up later if anything exciting happens throughout the day. Peace out. Much love. Bye. Happy Thursday. Hope you're all doing well. Beautiful day here in the Chicagoland area. 73 degrees out. 73 right now. 11:26, 11:27 a.m. now. Just getting out, running around today. Hope you guys are doing good. We are 1 week away from the Rockville show in Daytona, Florida. So hopefully some of you can make it out. It's going to be a massive festival, huge lineup, like 4-day festival. We are headlining one of the stages. There's multiple stages, ton of bands, probably a freaking 100 bands for probably over the whole weekend. But we will be headlining one of the stages on Thursday, a week from today. So if you can't make it, it's a really good one to come see. So if there's any chance of road tripping it or finding a cheap flight or something, it would be an amazing one to see because the lineup's insane. And if not, there's only 2 other shows after that. There's Des Moines, Iowa, which is the rescheduled show
from earlier this year. So that'll be in May as well, mid-May. And shortly after that will be
Sonic Temple in Columbus, Ohio. Another massive lineup. Same promoter that does Rockville also does Sonic Temple. So it's a lot of the same great bands that'll be part of
that festival. So whatever, if any of those are easier for you, Columbus, Ohio, or Daytona, Florida, they're both going to be pretty amazing.
And if you've seen my post from a little while ago this morning, I got to thank you guys, all you Disturbed ones, for supporting us over the years, and a crazy announcement today of The Sound of Silence. You know, our version that we released about 8 years ago, miraculously, is #1 in the world in iTunes right now, and it's been #1 in Europe for 49 days straight now, and that is just fucking mind-blowing. Very surreal. It's insane. How does a song that's been released 8 years ago top the charts like that and come back to #1? I mean, a lot of that thanks to the remix version that Cyril, the DJ, did the remix for, and that kind of lit a fire under the track again, and people are going back, not only downloading and listening to the remix version of it, but then going back to our version of it,
as well as the Simon and Garfunkel version of it. So it's a win-win-win for everybody, just kind of
dominating the charts again. And I thank you guys for, once again, supporting us, supporting the track, going back to revisit it if you got away from it for a bit. But it's quite an amazing feat. I can't think of any other rock artist that has been able to do that. That's just insane to me, for something that's released 8 years ago to top the worldwide charts on iTunes in 49 days in a row in Europe. So thank you very much. Insane. That's it. Golf. A lot of golfers out today. This beautiful day out. This is a golf course out in the south suburbs of Chicago. I used to live by this one. I lived across the street from this one before, but not anymore. I moved a year ago. But yeah, this is a beautiful day out. And coming from a city with 4 seasons, as soon as you have a glimpse of great weather, everybody is out. Boom. Just get on that golf course, get out on those trails and exercise and walk those bicycles. So part of those seasonal activities that we do once that weather breaks. So now going to do a little bit of grocery shopping, and thank you too to some of my friends on here who have sent me some recipes, some simple recipes. Now that I'm my new found passion of cooking. I always love to eat. Everybody loves to eat, but now with some extra downtime home, I've been dabbling a little bit more and attempting to cook and really enjoying it and getting actually pretty damn good at it, I must say. And so I thank you guys for sending me some simple recipes to try to get me trying other things that's maybe not too overwhelming. And it's been pretty exciting. So that's about it. Just going to enjoy the day here. My daughter's on her way home right now from college. She just finished her last finals last night. So she is driving as we speak, coming back home from University in Kentucky. So she's going to be home for the summer unless we take a trip anywhere. But excited to see her. She should be back in about, I don't know, probably 5 hours or so from now. So pretty excited about seeing her.
Then I have to run off and take my son to his boxing session tonight and keep him working. He's kicking ass, doing good.
But anyways, I will jump back on here a little bit later if there's anything new to say, but I just wanted to thank you guys once again for your continued support and for what you've done with the Sound of Silence to reach it number one worldwide on iTunes after 8 years. It's just insane. So thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Let me know if there's anything good going on in the Chicagoland area this weekend. I believe the band 10 Years is playing locally. I'll have to hit the guys up to make sure that that's still on, because I haven't seen them in a while, and I love that band. They throw down, great songwriters and great musicians, so I might go check them out if that is true. So other than that, have a great day, enjoy the weather, and I'll jump back on later if there's anything exciting. Peace out. So those kind of things. Scooter from Cold. I haven't seen him in quite some time, but it's always fun. You sit down in the catering room and then you run into the other rock stars that you haven't seen in a while. So it's always a good time. Anyways, pulling into my mom's little complex here. And gonna pick her up and get my brother and go do brunch. So I hope you guys enjoy your day. Like I said, hopefully the weather's good by you. It was fun to be in Florida, even though it was only for 2 days. But I love it there. I want to go back again very soon. So let's see. So that's it. All you have left is to see us. All we have left is 2 shows until the fall. So we're gonna have quite some time off. So if you are anywhere near Des Moines, Iowa, I know it's a Tuesday night, might be a little tough. So we apologize, but unfortunately, every show can't be a Saturday night. So sometimes you got to deal with the weekday. But hopefully you can make it out if you're in Des Moines or close to Des Moines, or if it's a short flight, short drive, come on out. If you're anywhere near Columbus, Ohio, highly recommend that one as well. That's another massive lineup. It's another Danny Wimmer presents is the promoter. He's the same guy who just did Rockville, Welcome to Rockville. He does Aftershock, Louder Than Life, all those big festivals that you see popping up in the U.S. A majority of them are through him, through Danny Wimmer Presents, and they're just always these massive lineups with, I know, a lot of our favorite bands on it too, so it's always good to see. So we will be there this Thursday, Columbus, Ohio. And let me see, I'm pulling up to my mom's. I'll see if you have any questions, concerns, comments. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. If you've seen us in Florida, take off the glasses. I'm getting text my flight info right now as we speak. So let me scroll through here. Yes, Aftershock. He said, can't wait to see us at Aftershock in October. Okay, I hope you're right about that date. We're definitely doing Aftershock, but I can't remember the date of that. But that's in Sacramento. Okay, you're pumped to see us in Des Moines on Tuesday. Thank you very much. Tell your friends. Bring them all out. It'll be a great time. Oh, my hair. I got a little too much product there today. A little stiffness. Down with the stiffness. But, okay. I'm going to roll in. Okay, see. Yes, in Des Moines. All right. Cool. Let's see. Lambeau Field. Go Pack. Oh, we can't be friends now. Sorry, buddy. Just kidding. Packers fan on here. Okay. we'll see how football is this year. You know, we're in Chicago. It always seems like every year we get our hopes up, and obviously this is very seems like a very big draft and some big picks for us this year with Caleb Williams, and you know, we got some good picks this season, and let's see if we do anything with it. We're kind of tired of you know, every year being let down. And I think we've had more quarterbacks and more coaches than any other team in NFL history. It definitely seems like it. Quarterbacks for sure. I don't even know the number off the top of my head, but since the 85 Bears with Jim McMahon, God, we've gone through so many. So it's always a struggle, but trying to be hopeful. Maybe try to catch some games this upcoming season. But that's it. Like I said, we have 2 shows this week, Des Moines and Columbus, Ohio. And then taking the summer off, we'll have some business to do, but no shows. And then our next shows will be not until August and September, and maybe like the one in October. So not many opportunities to see us this year. And but we're talking. We're putting together a game plan and see what else we may be doing. There's nothing confirmed about new music yet or future tours. It's all on the table right now. We're just it's to be discussed, but nothing confirmed, so I can't tell you anything just yet. So that's it. Hopefully, I know I see some of you guys are just jumping on here now. What's up, Chris Vittori, one of my son's friends? What's up, buddy? I see a few of you just jumping on now, so I apologize that I'm jumping off now. What's up, Bob Feddersen? One of my old singers, one of my good friends from back in the day. Hope you guys have a good one. I gotta jump right now and grab my mom and head out. So have a great day. To see us. No surprise shows this year, no nothing else. We're just gonna take some downtime. So I'm here. I know you can't see a whole lot here in the distance because there's some higher bushes and weeds on the river front, but there's a bridge. Came across. I like to find these rather quiet areas to sit down in the grass, by some trees in the shade or benches, and just the calm before the storm. Gather my thoughts, pinch myself every now and then, and realize how fortunate we are to be able to do this.
Exit the roundabout onto Axbridge Road.
We still do. Because of you guys, you give that to us, so we never take it for granted. I'm very...
In 200 yards, turn right onto Redcatch Road, B3122.
Been such an amazing ride, and thank you for being part of it with us. And, you know, a lot of times before the shows, I just like that quiet time of just getting out, walking around.
Take the second right onto Redcatch Road, B3122.
And, just remind myself how great it's been, what a journey it's been, what a ride, and how lucky we are that here we are after all these years, you know, headlining these big festivals like this, headlining being one of the headliners last Thursday in Rockville and Daytona, and then headlining tonight's show.
In a quarter of a mile, turn left onto Hengrove Road.
Some of you since the very beginning, and we thank you for that. It's just, you know, just very overwhelming to think all those days, all those years of being that garage band and being and different bands, different local bands that we all came up in, just trying to find the right formula and the right pieces to the puzzle of putting together the right team of guys with the same drive and work ethic and determination and sacrifices and giving it up, giving a lot of things up. And, that's just part of what comes with it. You have to, you got to put in the work. Even if you don't have to be the best player, you don't have to be the best guitar player or singer or drummer. You just got to have the drive, determination. You have to be good, but you got to put in the work, and you got to find your sound and have something unique.
Your destination is on the left.
Putting it all together and making those sacrifices and having fun along the way. But I think a lot of mistakes maybe that a lot of young bands make too is not having that drive and that work ethic. They may think they want it, but you got to live it 24/7. You got to give up a lot of things. You got to give up those days where maybe some buddies are going to the beach on wave runners or playing around, where we were locked up in a hot room throughout those summers of just trying to perfect our craft, trying to write songs that meant something to us. And, and then you get on the road, and then the things you give up on the road, time away from family, your kids, your friends, loved ones. You miss funerals, you miss weddings, you miss graduations or birthdays. We've all been through it. A lot of days, if there's sick days out on the road, you still play. The only time you can't is if David has, risking damage to his throat. If he's sick and he can't sing, those are the only times that we can take off days. Obviously, he can't do further damage to himself. But the rest of us, if you have the flu, you play with the flu. If you had food poisoning, you play with food poisoning. If you have a fever, you play with the fever. There's really, no times to not play. The show must go on. There's a reason for that saying. And there's been times where we've all been up there on stage very sick and doing it, throwing up. I've had a garbage can next to me, next to my guitar world, between songs. Even one time in Europe during a song, just walk over to the garbage can and throw up while you're playing. And that's just part of it. That just comes with it. And you muscle through it, and it's because of you guys that gives us the power and the strength to fight through those tough moments, to carry on and do our best to get through it. But once again, just very thankful for you guys. I'm in the shade now. I'm gonna see if there's any comments on here, any questions, anything you'd like to see from us in the future or hear from us. We're approaching 25 years next year for the release of The Sickness, so not sure what we're gonna do just yet, if anything. So there's nothing confirmed. It's just we're finishing this run, and then we'll start discussing what our future plans are. But let's see. Losing my tan. Well, I'm in the shade, Tracy. I'm not losing my tan. I was just in Daytona last week. I had a pretty good red going on, a good shade of red, because I sat by the pool for the one day off. But looking forward to getting home and spending the summer at home. What's up, Dallas, Texas? Miss you guys too. We hit a lot of territories. I know London. What's up, London? We hit a lot of you guys last year in 23. In the summer of 23, we hit Canada. We hit Europe throughout all of June. We hit the U.S. almost a couple times in a lot of territories. So it's time to wrap it up and get home soon. So I'll give you another look of the little riverfront. I know it's not the best view from here because I'm kind of down low. But this is Columbus, Ohio. So, where do we want to tour? You know where I'd like to tour where we haven't been is Asia. So we've been talking about that with management of trying to see if sometime in the future, in the near future, I hope, to get over in that part of the world. The furthest we've gone is like Australia, New Zealand, Japan, but we haven't hit Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia. There's Taiwan. There's a lot of territories. The Philippines that we would like to hit. We'd like to come back to South America. It's been a while. We've only done that a couple times in our career, and then once COVID hit, that obviously delayed us some more, so we haven't had the opportunity to make it back yet. So I can't even remember. I think it was probably 2019, 18 or 19 that we were over in South America. Let's see where else. We hit quite a bit last year, so there are definitely. We'd like to hit South Africa. It's just so tough to get there because there's not a whole lot of other markets, so it's like if we could find a promoter that makes sense of a routing for us to do it, we would love to do it. So I wouldn't rule anything out if we could just make it happen. It's really just about getting a promoter and enough of a demand for a promoter to want to take it on, and we'll see. So, other than that, we hit a lot of good, besides all the A markets in America that we did last year, we hit a lot of other B market territories earlier this year with Falling in Reverse and Plush, which was an amazing run as well. I know that there's been some areas in the U.S. that we haven't been to in a while, like Portland, Maine. God, there's a number of territories. It's just Corpus Christi, Texas. There's so many other territories, so I don't want to start naming them and forgetting some of you guys, but you know who you are. We haven't totally forgotten about you. We haven't ruled you out. It's just a matter of routing. Sometimes that's out of our hands. It's with management and our booking agent, which we did just change new booking agents recently. We were with our former booking agent for almost our whole career, so I'd say for about 23 years of our career, we finally made a change there. We had a very good run with them, obviously, but it was time to move on and go with somebody else. So we will see. Maybe they have better ideas and routing in places that they feel that they could send us that make sense, because we would love to do it. So it's been a while too since we've been to the Eastern Bloc. We did that back in 2019. So we would love to get back there as well. So I'd say there's a lot of things on the table. We just got to try to make sense of it, look at the timing of everything, see where we're all at in our personal lives. It's that whole balancing act with family and career and where we're at in our lives. And we all live in different states. We have for quite some time now, but we have things going on. It's finding that balance. My son, who's going to be graduating high school next year, and then the following year I'll have my daughter who will be graduating college. Mike's got his daughter who will be entering high school, and he's got a younger son. David's got a younger son. John's got his son that will be a junior next year in high school. He's got his stepdaughter, who's actually a little bit older, and she's pregnant, so she's about to deliver this year, I think relatively soon. So that's pretty exciting for him as well as his stepson graduating high school this year too. So we all have a lot on our plates in our personal lives of trying to still have that normalcy and be dads and have our time with our kids, because it goes fast, as you all may know, all you parents, right? There's a reason for that cliche cliche of, don't blink because it goes by too fast, and it certainly does, because here I am with my son, only one more school year away from potentially leaving the nest and being empty nesters with 2 kids at college. So we got to soak it all in. I'm going to head back towards the hotel. A lot of eBayers out. And by that I mean the hotels, the airport. There's a lot of them, so-called fans. I know some of them are, but they're out there with tons of Disturbed stuff, albums, the little Disturbed guy toy, CDs, t-shirts, guitars, everything for us to sign. So I feel like it's a meet and greet everywhere we go, but they kind of figure out what flights we're on, what hotel we stay at, especially when it's a big festival weekend like this and they know there's so many bands in town. They do their research and they find out where we're staying. And I don't know why, but they sit there and wait out at the hotel all day long. But yesterday they were at the airport through security, so that was kind of surprising that they meet at security and wait just outside the gate area when we got off. But they're respectful, they're cool, we sign the shit anyways, even though we know it's gonna end up on eBay. But I figure at this point, with the thousands and thousands of things we've signed for them, how could there even be any value to our signatures anymore? There's too many signatures. So what's it really worth? But the key is, if one of us don't sign, then that'll keep the value up. So Mikey likes to usually be that guy. Even though he'll sign stuff, and he'll do it, sometimes he won't. And probably knowing that they don't complete the whole thing with all 4 signatures. So some of those eBayers don't get what they want out of it. But we
Take a right on West Town Street. Then in 600 feet, take a right on Bell Street.
So we don't care if they want to try to sell something, make a few bucks.
In 500 feet, take a right on Bell Street.
Gotta survive, gotta put food on the table. So, got some bicycle police coming up here. Yeah, they must be planning to shut down the roads over here. I don't know what they got going on this weekend besides Sonic Temple at the soccer stadium at Crew. It's called Crew Stadium. For those of you who are considering making the road trip, that's where we are performing tonight, Crew Stadium. And cruising along, trying to figure out where I am walking to, because I'm not paying attention to GPS right now, because I'm talking to you guys. So, I think I'm close. So I appreciate you guys taking the time to jump on here. As you see, I'm just babbling because I'm bored and walking around and enjoying this weather and nature and landscaping. So, like I said, thank God that the rain passed last night, because it was coming down in buckets. And I'm like, great.
In 500 feet, take a left onto the path.
What?
There's no high wind.
hopefully that stays the way it is for tonight. Once the sun drops and we hit the stage later at 9:20, keeping our fingers crossed that we can still get the green light for our pyro to put on the best show we can for production wise as well as audio. And that's good problems to have. I know we got pyro, we got the bells and whistles, but it does suck when Mother Nature fucks with you and you spend all that money on production to carry out for these shows, and then it ends up staying on the truck that the fire marshal shuts it down. So you spend stupid money with the intentions of putting on a big show, and the fire marshal could say too dangerous because the high winds, and then that is it. The stuff still needs to be paid for. Well, it sits on the truck.
In 350
tribute band out here called My Sacrifice. Really good band, great musicians. I've known some of them for quite some time. The bass player, good friend of mine, I've known him for a couple decades now. But good time at the Forge in Joliet, cool music venue. A lot of great shows to come through. The other night, Friday night, went to see a great comedian, ironically, we went to the same high school together. We got a few years on him, but he's an amazing comedian. He's toured a lot with Sebastian Maniscalco. He's going back out with him, I think in June. I think he started more dates in June with Sebastian for a majority of the year. So if you like comedy, I would highly recommend going to see Sebastian Maniscalco and Pat McGann is the opener. Good time. Two great comedians. So I love comedy shows. So I hope you guys are doing good. Just headed over to my dad's. Check up on him, see how he's doing, help him out with a few things. Some great weather here in the Chicagoland area. It's going to be about 80 today, give or take. I think it's like 77 now. So a little bit warmer. The next 2 days, I think are going to be pretty hot. High 80s, 86, 87. Next couple days here, which is perfect. Good weather here in Chicago. So, clear skies. Your weatherman now, but hopefully you guys are doing well. I didn't realize until last minute yesterday, 3 doors down, someone in town last night, well, maybe about an hour away from where I live, outside of Chicago, in a town called Aurora, where Aurora's where they filmed Wayne's World, right? Or where it took part in Aurora. They didn't film it all there. But fun little fact, I went to go shoot and be an extra in Wayne's World back in the day. And I was in Aurora to do it, but unfortunately the day I went on the scene that they were going to shoot that I was supposed to be in, it was like crazy storms out and rain and ruined the day. So that never happened. So my almost opportunity to almost be in Wayne's World. My dreams were crushed because of the rain. So I hung out the whole day waiting for the storms to pass, which they never did, so that screwed up their game plan. Shooting that day, they had to switch gears and move to a different scene because the scene I was in was outdoors. And so, yeah, that didn't happen though, so kind of a bummer. I could have been an extra in Wayne's World back then. Yeah, dang Mother Nature, right? So we are done touring for a while. If those of you who have been paying attention or who may have gone to Sonic Temple, Columbus, Ohio, I think today is the last show of that fest, and we were there headlining last Thursday. Great time, perfect weather, big turnout. Big shout out to Ashley Costello from the band New Year's Day. She came up on stage and joined us to sing our song Don't Tell Me, and she sang the Ann Wilson part. So thank you, Ashley. It was kind of last minute. We had other plans, other things in mind at the time, and it didn't happen. Things kind of fell through last minute, and Ashley came to the rescue, and she came in a day early because she was performing with her band New Year's Day on Friday. So I had to give a shout out to her and thank her for coming in a day early so she could come up on stage and join us and sing those parts. So very cool. That's a pretty exciting thing about playing that song live now is, having some guest appearances. We've had Mariah from Plush do it. Basically the whole tour, last run we did, when we were in Australia, we had Lizzie Hale come up and do it. We had some, another female singer from New Zealand, from a band out there. There was a really good singer. She came up and joined us one night. We had Ann Wilson from Heart, the legendary Ann, who was the one who performed on the track. Came to Daytona, Florida. If you haven't seen that or heard about that yet, so that was a nice surprise to the fans to see Ann show up, and that was our first time performing with her. So good times. But that Sonic Temple show was our last show for a while. We have some downtime. Just going to spend a majority of the time home here in the Chicagoland area, about 45 minutes south of the city. My daughter's home from college. My son is still in school, but not much time left before he's done. So plan on trying to spend time with family and friends. Maybe a trip here or there, quick trip, a couple quick business trips, maybe a trip or two for fun. But for the most part, I will be in the Chicagoland area for most of the summer. So looking forward to a little bit of the downtime and just being able to enjoy some time home, which we normally don't get a whole lot of that, especially in the summers when most bands are out. But we toured pretty hard this past year and all of last summer, and we got a couple things to discuss, decide what the future holds for the band, if we're going to write, if we're going to record, when the next time we're going to be touring is. And we do have a few shows at the end of the summer here, but that's about it. Just a couple festivals with Louder Than Life in Louisville, Kentucky, Aftershock in Sacramento, Rocklahoma in Oklahoma, in Oklahoma City, and I think maybe one other show. I don't know if we announced it yet, but there is one other show. So I can't say it just yet because I'm not sure if it's been announced yet. And that's about it. So probably just 4 shows. And that's it for this year. So hopefully you were able to see us this past year. Appreciate you guys coming out. If you've seen us last summer with Breaking Benjamin and Ginger, and then earlier this year with Take Back Your Life tour part 2 with Falling in Reverse and Plush. We've had an amazing run with all those bands, and yeah, just feeling good, feeling healthy, and enjoying the break in this weather. So hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'm gonna go see my dad right now, like I said, just do a couple things for him, and probably go see my kids once they wake up. To sleep in, especially my daughter now that she's back home from college. So hopefully they get up, and I'm trying to scroll through and read a few of your comments. Someone's asking what's my favorite solo to play currently. Favorite solo from, if you're referring to a favorite solo of mine from a Disturbed song, I'd probably have to say either Torn, which we don't play that often live. It's been a long time since we've done that one. Or The Night. Or The Infection. So those are probably my 3. It's hard to pick. So now that I'm thinking about some of the others, and I like the Facade. We never really play that live. It's been many years. I can't even remember if we've done that on tour. But that one's a fun one too. And The Curse. But I guess if I'm going to name right now today a favorite, I'll probably maybe say or Batman. I guess that if you're asking currently what I like playing, I guess probably Batman, because that is the most recent one, and it's fun with the whammy pedal, and getting a little bit of my little Tom Morello influence on that one. So, all right, kiddos. I'm gonna sign off here. Jump on later, maybe if I'm doing a little pool time or barbecue. And appreciate you guys jumping on here, and thanks for a great year. Another successful run for us this past year, and just want to shout out to our crew, everybody that works for us to help, put on these shows day in and day out. The first one's in, last one's out every day. They work their asses off, and I can't thank them enough. So hopefully you guys are good. If you're at Sonic Temple today, I think maybe it's Slipknot tonight. I can't remember the lineup on Sundays, but I'm sure you guys who were out there, I've seen a lot of videos from not only the day we played, but from Friday and Saturday as well. So it looks like everybody's having a good time out there. Massive lineup. So what's up, Disturbed ones? Hope you're all doing well. It is a beautiful day here in Chicago. My car is saying 82 Fahrenheit right now. Pretty awesome day out. Hope you guys are doing good. I'm just cruising along. I'm headed out to see my dad real quick. Check up on him. Trying to make some plans for tonight. And plans for the weekend. Going up to Coldwater, Michigan tomorrow for a couple days. My buddy's lake house, and they do a big Memorial Day weekend, of course. So I'm just gonna go 2 days, so tomorrow and Saturday, go up there. Really nice lake, a lot of fun, nice sandbar and pontoon and all that stuff. So if you guys have any plans, or if you're going out for the weekend, be safe, have fun, and trying to go out, maybe see some live music tonight here in town. The Chicagoland area, south suburbs. I know there's some place that plays CD and Me in Frankfort, Illinois. Cool outdoor venue. I know there's a band there tonight, and then a few other. I think POD's in town. POD and Bad Wolves, I believe, are here in Joliet, Illinois tonight. So that could be an option too. That just dawned on me right now. I know a friend mentioned that to me a little bit earlier, and I slipped my mind and forgot to message him back on that one. So that might be a cool one to go check out. Somebody's mentioning JMO's on here. Who's playing at JMO's tonight? JMO's live. I haven't checked the calendar yet, but that's usually a cool place to go. Cool Southside bar. Usually has a lot of good live local music. Some good cover bands, tribute bands, all that stuff. A lot of talent that rolls through. So right now, I just headed to my dad's. Go say hi to him, see how he's doing. Haven't had a chance today. I've been up since 1:02 a.m. last night. Haven't slept. I'm fucking in pain. My knee is killing me. I don't know what the fuck happened. And I don't know if any of you have experience with gout. I'm not really sure if it could affect the joints and the knee and stuff like that. I know it's mostly the big toe. I've had that before, and it is fucking brutal pain. It's worse than giving childbirth to twins. So, you know how dramatic us men could be. You know, I've had really bad colds that was like very difficult. So it's like giving childbirth. But I always mess around with that because, but gout, seriously, is like no fucking joke. That is such fucking pain. And I don't wish that upon my worst enemy. And, it's not affecting my toes right now, so that's why I didn't know if it doesn't happen often. I haven't had a gout flare up in all year, probably, it's been a while. A small flare up maybe earlier last year, but that was it. I kind of caught it early on, but man, when that kicks in, that'll fucking fuck you up. You can't walk, everything hurts on your toe, and you can't put a sheet on your toe. You can't, just no matter what you do, you're in pain, and it is fucking brutal. And I'm not sure if that's what's going on. If it could affect the joints of the knee. So if there's anybody who has experience with gout, if they know it could affect your knee or the joints, your ankles or your knee. Man, it is tough. It's not arthritis. I know that. I've gone before to my doctor for tests, so I know I had a high uric acid level because I eat a lot of red meat and I drink alcohol, two of the worst things for gout. And I do it probably religiously every day. There's always red meat or wine or vodka or something, and I guess I should probably watch my intake on all that, because man, when you get a flare up, you're gonna fucking pay for it. It's tough. So if anybody has any, I'm gonna try to look at your comments on here. If you have any experience with gout or anything like that, if you know it could affect the joints in your knee or anything.
And whoever has seen us live before, obviously we're pretty active on stage and jump around a lot. And I already have kind of a bad knee to begin with, but when that adrenaline kicks in on stage, you kind of forget about that knee pain. It's usually not there all the time. It just comes and goes. And like I said, sometimes it didn't even bother me all year. I was fine. But I kind of felt it coming out last night. And 1:02. Yes, it's 1:02 a.m. I haven't been able to go back to sleep because it hurts a lot. So, trying to get through that fucking sucks. So, let me read through here, see if anybody has any advice. I mean, I know red meat, alcohol, asparagus, anything that's going to elevate your uric acid levels is bad for you. So I guess I got lucky for quite a long period of time, but now something's kicking my ass at the moment. But I will not let that stop me. What's up, Britt Bowman? Britt just jumped on here. She's our photographer, videographer on the road. All those great pictures you see that we post on the Disturbed site or on our personal sites, it's from our girl Britt. So hope you're having fun in Boston if you're still out there, Britt. She also does like Volbeat as well. So if you've seen some of their pictures from tours and that, she's does shoots for them as well. So anyways, almost to my dad's. Hopefully you guys have a great night. I keep getting my days mixed up, and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday takes me a minute to remember what day it is. But yeah, so Thursday night we got POD and Bad Wolves in Joliet, Illinois tonight. We have, I think, Hillbilly Rock Stars, they're called, in the CD and Me in Frankfort, Illinois. Another cool venue. And I don't know, I'm sure maybe some beer gardens or something because the weather's really nice. So it'll be good to be outdoors for tonight. So I'm just trying to get a game plan tonight. Call my brother up, see if he wants to hit one of these, and a couple buddies. So that's it. No big update other than thank you again for those of you who may have heard that our song, our video for The Sound of Silence has reached over 1 billion views, which is fucking mind-boggling. Very insane. I can't thank you guys enough for being such die-hard Disturbed ones,
Supporters of us for many years, some of you maybe even from the beginning. But even 8 years ago, whenever it was something like that, and when we put out the remake of The Sound of Silence and we released the video and hit over 1 billion views, just blows us away. It's just incredible. A lot of that, I give a lot of thanks to you that have done tributes to the song. They've done for the police, for NASA, for the Olympic skaters, for Dancing with the Stars, there's so many different tributes. You can go on YouTube and see that people have used
The Sound of Silence for many things, and it draws a lot of traffic, a lot of views. And the most recent one, the remix from the DJ Cyril. He's from Australia. We met him earlier this year when we were out there. He did the remix of The Sound of Silence that just blew up around the world. I've seen it on TikTok and Instagram, all over social media, and it's taken over the world by storm, and can't thank him enough for doing such an awesome job. And who would have thought that we would be on like dance charts and world charts and #1 in the world with that track, and it was #1 in Europe for 50-something days straight. So it's always cool to see other artists
put their twist on on things, just like we did with the original. We put our twist on the Simon and Garfunkel version, and now seeing other people put their twist on what we did with it. So, pretty cool. But anyways, love you guys. Have fun. Be safe. I'm sure I'll probably jump on here. If not tonight, then over the weekend when I'm in Michigan.
Out on the lake, hanging at my friend's lake house, probably throwing some bags, having some drinks, listening to music, going to the sandbar, Coldwater, Michigan. Maybe pop in. There's only like maybe 2 bars that I know of near the lake, so not many, but they're cool. And sometimes there's live music there. I've seen a couple good artists there too, so that's it. So I will jump on, if not tonight, then
Over the weekend. Have a good one, guys, and talk to
you to jump on. And here we go. We are live. Good morning. Happy Thursday. I think it's Thursday. I gotta think about that for a second. Hope you guys are doing good. Hope your week's going well. I'm just cruising along. What's up, Melbourne, Australia? We were just there not too long ago. Good morning, Disturbed Ones. It is Thursday morning, 8:28 a.m. here in the Chicagoland. He's out. It's supposed to get up to 88 today, but there's a 55% chance of rain. So it's a bit gloomy right now. Just headed to my dad's house to get him out, maybe take him out to breakfast, go for a little ride. Hopefully this rain passes early today so I can get out and enjoy the sun, maybe chill by the pool and relax a bit today. What's up, Japan? We haven't been there in a while. It's been quite some time. We are long overdue. Only been there a few times in our career. I think maybe 3, and loved it. What's up, John Moyer? My bass player. What's up, brother? Hope you're doing good. I'm not sure if you're still down in Florida. If you're in Florida right now, I know you said in a message that you were going down there to work. You got some project. But if you are, enjoy your time there. I love it down in Florida. But anyways, hope you guys are having a great week. Things are going good here. Nothing all that exciting. Just a regular weekly routine of swinging by to get my dad and get him out of the house for a bit. Not really sure what's going on this weekend. Show-wise, I gotta check out the calendar, see if there's any good shows coming through Chicago. I know there's quite a few coming later this year, just to the amphitheater. Some big shows that'll roll through, so I'll probably hit some of those, but not really quite sure about this weekend. So I'll probably just stick around locally, see if there's some local cover band stuff that usually is. Usually some good stuff. And that's it. So hopefully the gloominess goes away and the sun pops out and it gets to that 88 degrees as predicted. Work on my copper tone tan. Get my red on, because I usually get red first before I get tan. Maybe enjoy a little drink by the pool this afternoon, or see what my kids are up to. My son had basketball this morning very early, so he's probably back at home sleeping right now. Or no, he's getting off right now. 8:31. He just got off a minute ago. So I hope you guys do well. If you know of anything happening in the Chicagoland area this weekend, feel free to message me. Looking for something to do. We got a Father's Day coming up, right? Sunday. So I will be with my kids, go out and do brunch or something fun with them. So hopefully you guys remember to thank your dads. You're probably most of them work hard and do everything for you. So that's why I'm going to my dad now, but I see him a few days a week. So I'm very thankful for him and all he's done for me. So be grateful for your dads. Make sure to get out if you can, if your dads are still around, and spend a little time with them. So enjoy your day. I'll hit you guys up later if there's anything exciting or if the sun breaks out and there's something good worth seeing around here. And figure out what I did to turn on the audio. Okay. There we go. Back out in the sunshine. I'll try to read some of your comments. It's got a little tough out here because the sun is glaring. The phone is glaring from the brightness. Skimmer and skim the pool because I'm sure I got some cicadas floating in the pool. Not too bad, just a lot of leaves right now. A couple cicadas in there. These things are starting to die off now, so but I've only been hit in the face probably about 10 times by these things so far this summer. So scooping one out. Boom. He gone. Alright, this is the highlight. This is the excitement of my day. Thursday night, or Thursday day, scooping out cicadas. I am not into bugs. Do not like it. But I appreciate you taking the time to jump on here. Your lives must be, or your afternoons must be pretty boring too if you're on here watching me skim out cicadas from my pool. So, hope you guys have a great day. I'm going to clean this pool, take a little swim, and then figure out what the game plan is for tonight. I'm not going to be locked up in the house. It's too nice out. So probably get a hold of a friend or two or my brother and try to get out outside to a beer garden or something if something's happening outdoorsy tonight. Hope you guys have a good one, and I'll check in if anything exciting happens. I don't need that. Hope you're doing well. It is, what day is today? I don't even know. It's Thursday, right? So happy Thursday. Hope you guys are doing good. Just getting out of the house, moving. It is 9:30. Going to grab my dad, take him to his doctor's appointment. And then probably go grab my kids and go try to take them out to lunch if they can roll out of bed later. Being summertime, they like to sleep in till usually about 2 o'clock, which I don't like that, but I know they're kids and taking advantage of not having to do anything all the summer. But I'm going to try to get them out of bed by noon or 12:30. That'll be a tough one for them because they like to stay up late and sleep in late. So hope you guys are doing well. What's new in the world? Just enjoying the summer here in Chicagoland area. It is a bit gloomy the past couple days. Still been warm out, but a little rainy at times. A bit gloomy right now. It says it's 74 degrees at the moment, but it's only 9:32 in the morning. Might be a little bit of rain. I don't know. I think the whole Midwest getting a little bit of sprinkle going on here. Got some concerts coming up through the summer, not for us, but some other concerts rolling through town. I got actually Pat Benatar, old school Pat Benatar, right down this street. At the end of the block is a new little outdoor pavilion area in Orland Park, Illinois. So I might go see Pat Benatar. Never seen her before, but big fan. There's also some old school REO Speedwagon. They are a Chicago-based band, old school from the 70s, 80s. So I might want to do that too. So I'm trying to flip a coin on that one. Or I know Beartooth is coming to Hammond, Indiana, which is over the border. So big fan of those guys. That's a possibility. I think that's at Horseshoe Casino in Hammond, Indiana. So that's a little bit more of a drive for me, but possibly, because I love the band. Very cool. So 3 really good options for concerts coming through here. And then, what else is going on? There's a place called CD and Me, local place. I might go there tonight if the weather holds up. Good outdoor venue, and I think today is like a Jimmy Buffett band or something going on there, but they usually have some good musicians there and change it up. They had like an Allman Brothers tribute a couple weeks ago. They had a hip-hop band, some friends of mine called Two Hype Crew. Always put on a great show. Chicagoland area, play all the classic hip-hop stuff over the years. Everything. Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, TLC, name it. They play all that stuff. But it's always a good time. They're actually really, really good and play all the hits. What else? I know we got Limp Bizkit rolling through town, I think, next week, I believe. I know Alter Bridge will be coming. Not Alter Bridge, I'm sorry. Creed, excuse me. A big mistake on that one. Creed is rolling through town soon. That might be in August, though, I think. So right around the corner. I believe Korn is, too. I got to check the calendar. I thought Korn was rolling through here, too. So I hope so. I love Korn. But, yeah, there's a lot of good summer tours still left. We have some stuff not coming till the end of August. I don't know the exact dates off the top of my head or the order, other than Dubuque, Iowa, Rocklahoma Fest, Aftershock Fest, that'll be later in the year, that's in Sacramento, Louder Than Life, which is in Louisville, Kentucky. I think that will be maybe September. Don't quote me on that. You can go to our website, disturbed1.com, for those tour dates. That's the number 1, disturbed1.com. And check out the tour dates, and you'll get the exact dates and cities, and I'll probably screw it up, but I'm somewhat close, I think. I know it's definitely Sacramento is Aftershock Fest, which is always massive, another Danny Wimmer festival. Same as Louder Than Life in Louisville, Kentucky is a Danny Wimmer festival. He does all the big fest. Good friend of ours, and just killing it out there. Danny Wimmer presents. And then, let's see what else. With Plush, I believe they're on that bill with us. Love those girls, awesome band. If you didn't see them with us, go out and check them out. They're road dogs. They're out there playing a lot. Amazing band, amazing talent. All-girl band, very young, barely out of their teens, and very, very talented. They played with us on the last tour earlier this year, for those who may have seen it. But love that band. And what else we got? Kind of working on some material. I can't really say, there's no time frame, so I know there was a post earlier of us in the studio, and that was just us kind of, getting the ball rolling. No planned dates, so sorry to burst your bubble. I'm not going to prematurely get you too excited about it, other than, we have some downtime, so it was fun to get together and get creative for a moment. So things went amazing, but, we're not planning on any release anytime soon. It was just an opportunity to get in a room and get creative again. So very, very excited about what we were coming up with, but there's not going to be a release this year. Let me be clear on that. That's it. So, like I said, I'm going to pick up my dad, take him to the doctor's appointment, and then go see my kids, and then maybe go see this outdoor show tonight, this Jimmy Buffett band. tribute band, more or less, with all due respect, background music, and at a cool outdoor venue. So hopefully it doesn't rain tonight. Starting to lightly drizzle now. But hope you guys have a great week. And this upcoming weekend, I hope you had a great 4th of July last week. I had a great time. I went to my friend's lake house in Coldwater, Michigan. On July 5th, I went out there, and just a really cool lake. Good time, cool sandbar, good people. So that's about it. Nothing more exciting, nothing that exciting, other than just spending the rest of the summer here in Chicago. It's going by quick, though. That's for sure. I don't have any planned trips at the moment other than taking my daughter probably in August to move into her house for the first time for college. She's going in her junior year in Kentucky, and got to move her out of her apartment soon. She's here in Chicago now, but she still has her lease from her apartment from last school year. So she's moving out of the apartment into their first house with her and her girlfriends. So I got to make that move with her in August. And that's the only trip I have in the books right now. But wouldn't mind getting out one last trip in before the summer's up. So brainstorming. I need to think of somewhere to go. So have a good one. 9:30 a.m. here in the Chicagoland area. 80 degrees right now. It's up to low 90s. Hope you guys are doing good. My hair is a little crazy because it's kind of growing out at the moment. Not sure what the end game is with that, but it's no touring and let it get crazy for now until I figure it out. So no maintenance, just being a bum. Enjoying the summer. Hopefully you guys are having a good one. Crazy times this week with the assassination attempt. I don't really like to speak out and get too political, but it's just crazy times as it's been for a number of years now. And you know, there used to be a day and age to where we would go to the polls and we would vote for the candidate that we choose and keep it to ourselves, and you know, half the country or nearly half the country wouldn't get the results that they want, but you know, you cross your fingers and you hope for the best, because all we want is you know, things to thrive and to leave a good place for our children and future grandkids, and hope for the best. And no matter what party you vote, you know, this is just ridiculous, you know, to think that this is some kind of solution and answer by trying to take out a former president. So, and you know, the media, as we all know, is a lot to blame for that, for their own agendas. You know, them and late night shows that were meant to entertain us, push their agendas, and are no longer funny anymore. And they are part of the problem of causing this division between us. And social media, this right here, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of it, TikTok, it's caused so much separation around the world, but especially in this country, so much division, because now we have this platform to voice our opinions and to disagree and to fight over it. When in the past, we would just vote and hope for the best. And now everybody comes on here, and when you don't get what you want, you don't, you know, people throw a temper tantrum. And we sit here and we attack each other. And it's been going on for way too long. And, you know, when are we going to unite? When are we going to come together and just stop this insanity? It's just fucking nuts here. So no matter who you voted for or what party you stand behind, at the end of the day, former President Trump is a father and a grandfather and someone who loves this country. And I wouldn't wish that on anybody, Biden, Obama, anybody, that it's just because we have disagreements. So if you want change, or if you want the same, go to the polls. That's all you can do. And I'm just tired of seeing it all go on these platforms and people just continuing to attack each other and create more division. It's just a sad, sad world that we live in. But that's all I'm going to do. That's all my rant. I wouldn't even say it's a rant. It's just tough times. But hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're enjoying your summer. It's been some pretty nice weather out here in Chicago. A little rainy at times. I think we're probably calling for more rain later today, but at the moment it's beautiful out. Enjoying it. I went the other night to go see some bands around here locally, and I got some concerts coming through town here soon. I know we got Limp Bizkit coming through here next weekend. We have Sammy Hagar rolling through here early August. So I love going to summer concerts. It's nice to be home right now and to take the summer off, which is a rare moment for us. Get to be home with my kids. Not a whole lot of time left, less than a month before my son goes back to school to start his senior year of high school. And my daughter going back to school in Kentucky. She'll be a junior. So we'll have to move her into her new place. And she's actually down there now with her mother doing some stuff, getting stuff out of her old apartment. But I'll be going up there in a couple weeks to help her move in with her friends. Other than that, as most of you may know, we only have a handful of dates this year for some festivals. I don't know the exact order, but we have a one-off show in Dubuque, Iowa with Plush, amazing band. We have Rocklahoma in Oklahoma City, big festival there. Louder Than Life in Louisville, Kentucky, another massive fest later this fall. Aftershock in Sacramento. We have Knotfest I can't say that, can I? I don't know if that's been announced. I take that back. Forget what I just said. I'm not sure if that's been announced, so I might have fucked up. And we have Iron Maiden. We are doing in Mexico City later this year, but that's all we got going on as far as show-wise. And don't take this out of context. I know I mentioned something before on here and it got picked up, probably with good intentions to talk about the band, because we were out in California recently in the studio. And just so there's no confusion, okay, there's not going to be an album this year, and I don't know if there's going to be an album next year. We don't know yet. We haven't made that decision. We just got together to have a writing session. That was it. I know some of these things get taken out of context or blown out of proportion. We are getting together, and that was only one day, or that was only 3 days. So let's not get ahead of ourselves here. It was just, the session went well. It was just good to get back in the room together and just get creative, and that's all that was. So it's always exciting because, getting back up on the horse and doing our thing and getting creative is always fun with my brothers. So it was a very lot of progress. So I'm happy about it, but it's definitely was way too early to discuss about making the album or releasing an album that doesn't exist right now. So it was just a simple first time get together writing session. And we'll be, like I said, we'll be preparing for some of these festivals in the fall. And we have some meetings. I got meetings this week just to kind of discuss our game plan. So nothing that we could say just yet. It's just loose talk. Don't take it out of context. And hang in there. As soon as there's something confirmed and we can give you, we will let you know. So that's it. So enjoy the rest of your day. I'm just getting mine started here. 9:37 a.m. here in Chicagoland area. Beautiful out. I am headed to go see my son.
Turn right onto
And then probably swing by and see my dad. Enjoy this weather before any rain rolls through. A lot of car shows out here where I live. Throughout the week, there's some big car shows. There's one tonight, every Monday night. There's one every Wednesday night. So that's always fun to go to. Lockport, Illinois, and Lamont, Illinois Lamont's probably my favorite one. Every Wednesday they have a ton of great cars blocked down the streets, and a little bar hopping and looking at some awesome cars. But that's kind of what the week consists of, and also trying to get out with my kids and do lunch or dinners and stuff like that. So enjoy your day. I'll jump on here later if anything exciting comes up, but it's kind of a lazy Monday, just a little bit of running around, maybe come back and hang by the pool or play the acoustic guitar a little bit. And hopefully the rain holds off.